Hey, what it do?
Ahoy!
What's up?
Just over here sports.
What's going on? Proclamation Tuesday, guys.
Can I proclaim that my Swedes, we're not very good. It may be 1-0.
Well, they're playing France.
They're playing France.
Yeah, France is really good.
France is really good. Turns out us...
Why are you repeating me?
Not so much. Well, that's what I do.
Know.
I'm parenting. I'm parroting.
Are you parenting me?
I'm parenting. You, young man. Parrot.
I like the style. Just one person says something, you repeat it after
Say
them.
this. Say this.
The papers.
Say
The papers. The papers.
The papers.
Well,
That does happen quite a bit. You're like, great idea. Yeah, absolutely,
That is
boss.
a great idea.
Yeah.
I feel like Sweden's played a pretty good game so far. It's just France is really tough. And, Sweden should have scored right there before the half.
They had the chance.
Yeah, boy, it was right there. And, they...
No, they did not.
They weren't... No. They don't have Mbappe.
No. Well, Sweden...
And that's a problem.
Sweden is weird because, when you think of Sweden, as Dusty pointed out, it's like watching BYU basketball. You got a bunch of unathletic-looking white guys that are pretty good, and then there's one random black guy. You're like, hey, look at that. That's Sweden. We got one guy. You're like, and then you get a chance to score, and you don't score. And then I kind of felt like, so I was watching that, and I was, pulling for my countrymen, and then when that didn't happen, when they didn't score that, you're like, yeah, that's it. I feel like that was like their one opportunity to try to be scrappy, and now France is going to go score 2 goals like in the first 10 minutes of the second half, and it'll be over.
Are you like me in that when you're watching the World Cup, you do like it when the players from certain countries look like they should be from that country? Like the guy who scored for Norway today.
Yeah.
I don't know his name. But
he's the Viking, Erling.
What's his name?
Erling Haaland.
Yeah, he's supposedly amazing.
He is the definition. Like, if you were to draw on a piece of paper, who's the guy from Norway?
Yeah.
That's him.
And he's got the hair to match.
Yes.
It's perfect.
It's perfect.
And I like that. And I was watching Sweden going, they look so Swedish.
Yep.
It's the cutest little thing.
Yeah.
Now, France,
it's more of a mixture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Germany, I'm not going to lie.
But we're a mixture too. But
we're the definition of mixture.
But that's okay for the USA. Now, like
that fits America.
Yeah, exactly. But like Japan was great. I mean, it was great.
But they had a guy
except for the black goalie
named Suzuki, who was American.
Yeah.
But is named Suzuki and is playing for Japan.
Yeah, that throws me off.
It does.
I just like the team to look like they represent, like they're from there.
We were watching the Moroccan game last night, and we got to the BTJ was being very racist because apparently all Moroccans look alike. We're watching the shootout, and she goes, "Wait a minute, that you can't do that. That guy's taking the same kick." I'm like, "No, that's someone different." She goes, "It looks exactly like the other guy." I'm like, so all people from Morocco look alike." And she looked at me and goes, "Well, kind of." And I'm like, "You can't say that."
And then did she say, "I just did"?
Pretty much.
Well, then you also get the countries where you don't really know what their people look like.
Yeah, no one knows.
And so then you see them in the World Cup, you're like, oh.
Yeah, those. All right.
I did that with the Paraguayans.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, look at, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
That's what, all right.
Go. Last night was great. And I get it. Someone said, I can't wait for the World Cup to be over so you guys can stop talking about grown men kicking around a ball.
Shut up.
I'm sorry, dude. If you can't if you can't get into what this has been, dude, pull your head out of your ass. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing.
You're missing out, dude.
You are.
Losers.
We're big sportsmen here.
And Deal's in. He says, I'm with Rob. Segregation. Rob wants no race mixing whatsoever.
Well, you can race mix. It's just like, listen, if the entire Japanese team were black guys,
it'd be weird.
I would have a problem. But they just said they had the one guy, and he's loosely, I mean, his mother is Japanese.
His mother's Japanese.
He was born in the U.S., and his dad was black.
Yeah.
So he looks black, but his name's Suzuki, so he qualifies, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just nicer to watch Sweden when it's a bunch of blonde hair, blue-eyed, good lookings,
It does seem to fit the profile.
Yeah. Because the Olympics kind of doesn't do this.
No.
Because the Olympics seems almost even a looser sort of the requirement. Am I wrong?
I think you're not.
It's if you have any sort of loose tie to a country, you can go.
Well, Jackson Hayes, him on the Lakers, the center, he's Slovenian now because he's friends with Luka Doncic.
Yes.
So he plays for the Slovenian.
You're kidding.
I'm not.
You have to
because he's friends with
a lot of,
and Luka likes him, so he told him to get his dual citizenship, and he did.
A lot of those countries, if you're a good athlete, they're going to pull some strings for you. Or
They'll
if you
find a
have,
spot for you.
or if you can go back somewhere in your DNA and be like, dude, my great-grandfather's cousin's brother's former roommate, I believe had some Czech blood. And you're like, well, guess what, Czechia? Come on down. It's one of those things.
Well, see, I don't like that.
You got any proof? Yeah, trust me, bro. Just trust me.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is someone saying? What if you had an all-white team from Senegal? See that?
Senegal.
Is it Senegal? Yeah. Or Ghana? Yeah, it'd be weird.
Yeah, there would be no chance.
If it's just the three of us that go walking out, playing for Ghana, you'd be like, what?
No, wait a minute. Here's a fun game. Does Senegal have a white guy?
I wouldn't think so.
I wouldn't think so either. But you also wouldn't think that Japan has a black guy.
Yeah, because it is weird. Like, growing up in our country, you become, you just get used to the mixing pot. Everywhere you go, right? You got Asians, there's blacks, there's white, there's Mexicans. You just get people from all over. But when you go to Japan, it's Japanese. Like, that's...
I have news.
What?
This is breaking news.
Senegal has a white.
They do. They're the reverse BYU.
They won.
Does he play?
His name is Ishmael.
Ishmael.
He was born in Germany.
I was going to say, and does he play, or is he the bench guy? Because if you're the white guy and you're playing on that team, you're good.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know if he's any good, but he was born in Germany. His father is from Senegal, and his mother is German.
There you go. I just think it's cool to see. They ran a little World Cup commercial right before I came in the studio, and it was basically just like, this is what happened. What was the tagline? The world is meant to come together, and we talked about this all the time, even in our own country with the political discourse and all that. And we know that geopolitically, people have problems with lots of different people, and there's some ugly history there. I think it's hard for a lot of people to root for Germany. Sometimes it's probably hard for some people to root for Japan. But it's cool when you get these storylines that come together and you find yourself. Do you guys find yourself just naturally pulling for certain countries? Like, that you have no connection to whatsoever. Maybe you like the fans, maybe you like the culture, maybe you like the chants, maybe you like the uniforms. But it's really cool to see different people get exposed to and embrace other cultures. And if soccer is your only connection to that, by all means, embrace it. And then maybe, just maybe, you're willing to get outside of your bounds and maybe travel someplace. That's the best part of traveling, is getting to experience different cultures. And when I travel, one of the coolest ways to experience like culture like that is to go to a local soccer game, because you're going to get exposed to that national pride. And I think it's awesome.
So there's a guy named Pico Lopez, and he was born and raised in Dublin.
Yeah.
And he plays for Cape Verde.
Really?
Yeah.
You're like,
That seems a little...
Yeah.
Apparently, he qualifies through his dad.
Yeah.
His daddy.
Well, someone points out here, again, my son played soccer when he was little and then stopped. Had he been a great soccer player, you could have had a kid named Iserman Sukanik playing for South Korea, who was born in Oregon, and then when they panned up into the crowd to show the family, there's me. Like, here's his dad. Ha! That would
With
be
the big red beard over there.
Yeah, the big red beard and Viking tattoos. That would be.
He's South Korean. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. He's fine. He's one of us. It would be a little strange.
There's a guy named Kevin Vandenkerkhoff.
Yeah.
Vandenkerkhoff.
Sure. That sounds Dutch.
He plays for Algeria.
Algeria.
Yeah.
Who's the baseball player that played for Japan, the Red Sox guy? He's like the whitest dude ever. And the World Baseball Classic.
Oh, that's Lars Nootbaar.
Yeah, Lars Nootbaar. Like you heard, Lars Nootbaar is playing for the Japanese team in the World Baseball Classic. And I'm here for it. It's awesome.
People get so uncomfortable. Like this guy, we got a texter who's like, Suzuki grew up in Japan. Okay, nobody is saying he shouldn't be on the team.
No.
He was born in the U.S.
And he's got a mom that's Japanese.
I get it. I'm just saying
it's odd.
Yeah, it's like yeah. So we're not. There's nothing critical here.
No.
Calm down.
We're just talking about
you racist bastards.
It's interesting to see all the different dynamics on the different World Cup teams. I just have enjoyed everything about it, including finding out about the players. And some of the memes that come out of it too are hilarious. And I won't talk about but the German team, it's a little weird. It's a little weird. Half the German team was black. And again, you want to talk about problematic histories, I give you Germany. Deal's on there saying I have a hard time with some of the German chants. Yeah, I don't blame you.
What are the chants?
Well, I'm sure they're fine, but anytime you get a large group of Germans that are chanting, it gets uncomfortable. If there's one team that shouldn't chant, it's probably Germany.
I do enjoy the fans. I will get behind a team because of the fan. Like, it's hard for me not to root for Mexico right now.
Yeah.
Because they're playing in Mexico City, and it's just such a scene.
Great environment.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Yes.
So that helps too, because the fan shots are they're just extraordinary.
Watching the Moroccan fans go from, I think we're going to hang one of our players for a couple of them for chumping those kicks. You had the one guy you could hear the mouthing the words of what the bleep, and then seeing them weep. I mean, that's like when your kid's born, tears over advancing through. That's the beauty of sport. And you just don't get that emotion very often. 2-0 France.
Yeah, you called it.
Yeah. Told you
that guy's good too. Who's that guy, the dreads guy? So Mbappe's the only guy I know, but that
I think he's the guy that didn't he have the hat trick in their last game?
He is good.
Yeah, it turns out France has a lot of good soccer players, and Sweden, more of a hockey sort of squad. We specialize more in hockey and like cross-country skiing is more our speed. Yeah,
you know the team I'd play for? 1 and 1 only, bitch.
USA. You could make the USA team.
Well, no, but I'm just saying, like, if I could play soccer, there's only one team I could qualify for.
You don't have any other?
Not mother and father.
No type.
Right, because it doesn't have to be.
Well, a lot of times grandfather. Like if you go back a generation or two, you can probably make it happen.
So, like, if you weren't good enough to make the U.S. roster, what roster would you want to play for?
I think we have some Austrian.
Close enough. I mean, you gotta.
And we have some Irish.
Yeah. They're not very good.
Irish.
You could find that.
What about you?
I got some Wales. I'm a Wales guy.
You mean Welsh?
Well, no, I'm a Wales guy.
No, he's a Wales guy. So
like the whales in the ocean? I don't know.
Are they any good?
No, I looked it up. I found this out the other day because I think we were watching the World Cup or something. My dad said something about how they were from Wales. And I looked it up. They've made one World Cup in their history. So I might be able to make the roster.
And yeah, someone pointed out that my son could actually try 3 ways because he could United States, South Korea, or Sweden.
He could. He's in college.
He could do a menage a trois. And I think of those, South Korea probably the one he would get. Did you see the South?
I saw them go back to their own country.
Dude, they like people, so they landed. South Korea did not make it through. And the people of South Korea are not happy.
No.
Not at all.
So the government has launched an investigation into why they suck, which I love that. Like, imagine losing and the government being like, we need a fact-finding commission to find out why you suck. And then they took a late flight to land at 4 a.m. because they thought that the people would be unhappy. Thousands of people showed up at 4 a.m. to boo them and yell at them, thinking, well, you think you're going to come in under the cover of dark? Nice try. You can't win this way. I was talking to my daughter, and she goes, oh, yeah, it's getting ugly over here. Because she lives in Seoul now, and the people over there are not being rational
you know what?
About what's happening here.
Maybe Blazer fans should take a few notes.
Well, who was it? Which
we're all mad at the owner.
Demand excellence.
Well, who was it? One of the English coaches said something like he doesn't understand the MLS. He goes, you guys just, no one cares about losing. You guys are terrible.
Right.
He goes, you guys lose and nothing happens. He goes, you lose here. Like, it's like, we're not launching an investigation if we lose. No one showed up at 4 a.m. to boo the team.
You know what? We should launch an investigation into the Blazers.
I think that's right.
This show.
Yeah.
Why do you suck?
I'm going to investigate Joe Cronin.
Why do you suck so bad?
I feel like that guy gets a pass. What the hell's even going on?
The problem is nobody cares.
No, they do care, though.
They
just don't
Blazer
care.
fans do not care that they suck. They think that they're really good.
That is true. Oh, already. I don't know
But
if
they care about the
They
team.
can't trade it in the players. They're all too good.
I don't know if
Let's just run it back with all these guys again that barely made the playoffs and got absolutely annihilated.
I don't know if you've seen, but this team might be a contender next year. We're already, hey, Ja, Dame, Scoot, and Shaden coming off the bench. Well, we got to say 2 because you can't come by his phone name. We got to show that we're really close to the team by using cool nicknames.
Right.
2.
You just traded
2.
Chris.
Yeah, Denny.
Jeremy's out.
Hey, Klingon's the third best center in the NBA, in case you didn't know. Look, I think minimum like 65 wins.
Hey, let's not think about the fact that Klingon shot 30% against the Spurs. And
You
he couldn't
can't
guard Wemby.
move him.
Can't trade him.
He's third best center in the
He's
league.
awesome.
It's actually pretty neat.
Yeah, we're back on that. Dude, we're back, Rob. Get on board right now. Dude,
We're going to launch investigate why the Wizards are so good.
That exactly. I want an investigation into that. How did they get so good so fast?
Right.
Blows my mind.
Hey, Martha Stewart.
Oh yeah, look at her. Where is this game at? Do we know where France and Sweden are?
New York, New Jersey.
Oh, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
New York.
She probably helicoptered in from the Hamptons.
Guaranteed. She's got a lot of dough.
Who's she rooting for?
She feels like a France gal.
Yeah, she's probably a front runner.
Yeah.
She probably makes some nice French dishes.
I would assume so.
She
I mean, look,
probably does.
I would love to have some.
what do we got? We got IKEA and Volvos. You think Martha Stewart's getting anything from Kia or
She might have an IKEA deal.
Yeah,
Does Martha
there's
Stewart-
nothing in her house from IKEA. I can assure
Right,
you
but
of that.
her brand maybe.
It might be the
IKEA.
brand, but she's got nothing in her house. It's like when LeBron and Blake Griffin were promoting Kia. Something tells me there wasn't a Kia Sportage in the driveway.
No, when I was like 18, we were looking for cars. I sat in a Kia and my head hit the top of the ceiling. I can't imagine Blake Griffin's getting in a Kia.
No. But hey,
He could dunk over one, though.
yes, he could. Tiger had that Buick deal for a while, not driving Buicks.
Shaq, when he would get in cars, is always really funny.
Yeah, well, he had to have he got cars custom where
Yeah.
he'd rip out the seat and then he would put he'd basically make the behind him just one seat.
Right, yeah.
Which, you can do when you're Shaq, which is kind of a baller
That
move.
is pretty sweet.
Yeah. Hey, I want this Lambo. I don't fit. Cool. Rip out the seat, put in a new one.
I remember Shaq was on Cribs years
I
ago.
remember that.
Yeah, do you remember his bed?
Yes.
Awesome.
It was like some sort of custom made.
It was
Yeah.
this giant.
It was like the size of
round-
your studio.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was the whole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was also one of the worst. How do I say it? It was the nicest but worst house you've ever seen. Like,
Well, it was the 90s.
and everything had like a super, like, dude,
Maybe 2000.
everything had a Superman logo on it. Like, I understand that you go by Superman, but dude, you live like in a $30 million home. Maybe don't put the Superman logo in like granite on every room.
But don't you think if you had that much money, you would put like some Souk logo
No,
on things?
no,
I think I
No.
would.
He has a logo. Did you know that?
Does he?
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm not aware of that.
I know you can make it with AI. Coach Vaughn made one for herself, made one for the kids.
Did she?
Coach Vaughn has her own.
She did, but then one of her friends hated it, and so she
Logo?
doesn't use it anymore.
Dude, there are people. I don't want to.
You got to brand yourself, bro.
I don't want to call it.
NIL, dog.
I don't want to call anyone out. You do what you want to do. But dude, there are people like my age that compete like in old man like jiu-jitsu tournaments,
Here we
just
go.
like local stuff. And hand to God, they make their own logos and like they put them on their gis and stuff. I'm like, what are you doing?
Carry a flag in.
You work in
With your
IT. You work. You what's the
God, that thing's
what's
enormous.
the big IT place out in Beaverton?
Intel.
Intel. You work at Intel. Dude, you're like 310 pounds. You work at Intel. You don't need a logo. Like, what are you doing?
It's for the gram.
It's just
He's right. Brand, NIL.
NIL, dog.
Let's go.
you're trying to prove that you're the best 42-year-old in the greater Portland metro area to win a plastic medal that you paid to compete in, but you have your own merch? Like, what are you doing? No. It's the answer to your question. Would I have a logo? No, I would not.
QR code goes to your store.
Because I'm an adult. You imagine like coming over to my house like right now and being like, hey, what's
Big Souk with headphones on?
yeah, there's just a logo like embroidered into my just like burned into my hardwood
Like a big
floors.
rug that's right outside the door. Yeah.
What are we doing, people?
Got your centaur photo up above the fireplace.
It's unbelievable. And yet this like more and more people are doing this.
100% people are.
Let's go.
Shaq don't, and I'll bet you when he went to sell, that was like Jordan. Jordan couldn't sell his house for like 25 years in Chicago because it was everything in it was Michael Jordan branded. And it turns out no one wants Michael Jordan brand on any of their stuff.
Right. No super rich person would.
No.
Like a fan, like a super fan would, but they can't afford that. But a super rich guy, they don't want Michael Jordan stuff everywhere.
Well, like, what if you did make your own logo and it was cool and people just like, well, that's cool. I'm going to wear that. You know what I mean? Like,
I think people
in
try to
today's-
do that. Yeah.
Like, people are dumb. Like, they'll just, oh, that's cool. I'll order that. What is this?
Well, that's like
oh,
people
it's
they
some
make.
radio host in Portland.
They make AI books and they sell them on Amazon.
Yeah,
and
people are like, oh,
they publish like 10 books a day and they just throw them on Amazon and people are like, oh, I love that author. and I'm not even trying to, they sell a bunch of books.
Dude.
That's it.
People are
I
stupid.
think this
Guys,
is,
we're all getting our own logos.
yeah,
Let's go.
I think this is how it's done. How the show finally ends.
This is it.
Finally retire.
Yeah. We're building our own brands. That's right. I mean, you already have the Asahi brand, for God's sakes. You just need a logo.
I'm just going to send a couple hats to LeBron, and I'm good.
That's how Beat started.
Bedazzled hats.
When LeBron comes to Portland.
Yeah, he's going to be a Blazer.
Yeah, get that Nike money on it. He's taking his talents to, I don't know, somewhere.
There is your Brad Boxberger opening prattle. Thank you. Today's show is very big.
Really big show.
Very big. Proclamation Tuesday. Something we're going to start. Well, actually, I don't know where we're going to start.
We'll start somewhere.
We'll see what happens. But I did want to talk about something that I loved and equally hated today in sports. I'm going to do that.
Okay.
And more Bill Orm talk, I think.
Bill.
We got to talk about Bill Orm.
Bill's having a moment.
Is he?
I think he is.
He's everywhere.
I think Bill is like
True story.
You know, like in like the comics,
Bill
like
Orm.
Superman feeds what is it, the yellow sun or whatever.
Who do you think I am?
I think Bill fuels himself off of your hatred. Like the disgust, like it feeds into his soul and makes him super Bill Orm.
Yeah, well, I think he's growing into Super Bill Orm because there's a lot of hate.
Bet you Bill Orm has a logo.
He should, if he doesn't.
Get on it, Bill.
And, some of the cool sports stuff. So stick with us. Frank Gay Services are next.
From the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This update brought to you by Laurelhurst Market Steakhouse and Butcher Shop, a great spot for any occasion. Don't forget, you save 10% on your Butcher Shop order when you dine in. Menus and more at laurelhurstmarket.com. First on the Fan. A day after making a trade for John Morant, the Portland Trailblazers make another move today. They're bringing back backup center Robert Williams, the Time Lord, on a 3-year, $44 million deal. LeBron James, he's informed the Lakers that they can move on without him. He was planning to play elsewhere and will not be going back to LA. He will become a free agent. Los Angeles Clippers, they are sending Kawhi Leonard back to Toronto. In exchange, the Clippers will be getting Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick, 2 first-round picks, a pick swap, and 2 second-rounders. In the World Cup today, first match, Norway defeated Ivory Coast 2-1 in the round of 32. Erling Haaland, game-winning goal late in that match. And then right now, France taking on Sweden. France up 2-0 in the 70th minute. And the NFLPA and Brendan Sorsby, they're not going to pursue any further litigation regarding his entry to the NFL. Sorsby will focus on the 2027 NFL Draft. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
This
What's up?
What's up, chat?
So the Blazers signed Robert Williams back today.
Yeah.
Even though I was just reading before I read that he was signing here, that he was leaving.
Yes, I was also told that under no circumstances would anyone want to coach this team or play on this team, and yet that seems to not be true.
Wait, who said that?
Oh, everybody.
Oh, everybody.
Too cheap. Basically, everyone in the Portland media. No one would coach this team. They couldn't put together a staff, even though they got their lead assistant, who was actually in line.
Yeah, then they got Mike and Nori. They're like, well, there's no assistants that would want to come and coach in Portland. But then they got like one of their other candidates that they was interviewing.
Mike Williams.
Yes. Yeah. And then, you know.
Jay Triano's a veteran.
Oh, Jay Triano's
I don't know if he's officially back, but I know he was rumored to come back.
Yeah, it sounds like he could be in the fold. And then no player would want to play here because remember all the things they were doing to drive away the players. And even though Robert Williams, the Blazers said, hey, we can't bring you back at this price. Turns out Jason Quick said Robert Williams lobbied to be back in Portland, loved the direction, loved playing here, loves Mike Nori. And so they were able to strike a deal. Sounds like
and the Lakers and the Celtics were after Robert Williams as well. And he said no to them. And
so I guess it was about $3 million difference. Originally they felt about $12 million, ended up being about 15.
Yeah, 3 for 44.
3 for 44, so 15. So they went up a little bit, and they said they weren't 100% comfortable, I guess, at that price tag because of the injury history. But he said the training staff has done a great job keeping him healthy, and the fact that he really wanted to be here and was pushing for it. Now Robert Williams is back.
Well, I like him.
Yes, when healthy.
I like him because he's a junkyard dog.
Yes.
He's a guy he's a tone setter. He's a guy that is energy off the bench. He is a guy that every team needs, and I think that's a good move.
Well, people forget that
anyway,
when he was healthy, he was a foundational piece of that Celtics championship team.
Well, he's getting older, but he's good. I mean, that you can't go wrong with Robert Williams as long as he stays healthy.
Yes.
He's a nice player. Why do they call him the Time Lord, though?
Actually, I don't.
I believe it's because when he was with Boston, he was late all the time.
Oh.
Yeah, it's inside joke among the Boston Celtics after he overslept and missed his introductory press conference and flight to Boston in 2018.
Wow. Okay.
So there you go.
The Time Lord.
Yeah. And, the thing about Williams is you don't need him to play 75 games. You got Klingon, because apparently he's the most untouchable thing known to man. So Klingon's your guy. But if you can get, unless you're playing San Antonio, then Robert Williams is your guy because Klingon got played off the floor. But if you can get 60 games out of Robert Williams and he can be the solid backup for you, and he didn't cost the full mid-level exception, you had room under the cap. This is a great pickup because in the other one, by bringing back Robert Williams and also maybe signaling that the big tariff, aka the big white flag, aka the Yonger, might not be ready for any sort of significant minutes. So this is a real good signing. I don't know how you can hate this one. Maybe Bill Oram finds a way, but this is a good signing.
Goal Mbappe.
I told you. I freaking told you.
By the way,
the damn Swedes. We suck. We suck again.
The French have a really good look with the red, white, and blue. and the Red Sox, like
100%.
And then they even have like collars on their shirts.
Yeah, it's old school.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then they're all wearing pink shoes.
But I can't root for them because they're the favorites. But Mbappe just scored again.
Well, and he's the best player in the world, and so
He has such a cool name.
and he won
Very cool name.
And he won a World Cup when he was like 7 years old.
What do you suppose he's worth?
So much.
$5 billion.
Is he?
I'll bet you he's one of the 5 highest paid athletes in the world.
Well, I
Oh,
mean,
sure. Yeah,
it's
he's
like
probably
him-
number one.
Messi's the number 1 World Cup scorer ever. Like Mbappe's, I believe, is number 2, and he's only like 27.
Yeah, he's got like at least 2 more World Cups in his future. He's quite good. Yes, he is the highest paid footballer.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's
should
weird
be.
because some of the Ronaldo stuff with like the Saudis, we don't. All that stuff's kind of rumored, but old Mbappe there,
Killian?
Killian,
Is that his first name?
yes.
Estimated net worth $250 million.
So it says that he makes
it.
Just getting started.
he makes north of $104 million a year.
Yeah, he's just getting started.
Did these bros get paid here at the World Cup?
I do believe there is. Well, I know there's a. I don't know if you get a set for playing, but there is a massive prize pool of money.
Yeah, and then they kind of disperse.
I think they disperse it based on. I don't know what the flat fee for making the tournament is.
Well, it's probably like FIFA 2 for me, 1 for you.
FIFA awards $50 million in prize money to the winning country.
To the winning country.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the pool is way bigger than that. The pool is hundreds of millions that they disperse.
Yes, a massive total tournament purse of $871 million.
But how do they? Well, it's not important. But the players get paid,
Yes. Yes.
which is good because not all these guys play. Or yeah, I mean, Mbappe doesn't need the money. But,
No, he does not.
But like a lot of these guys might,
Yeah.
right? Or are all these guys like?
well, I mean, the
big-time
the
players.
high level players, but you get down to some of the smaller countries, and
yeah.
I mean,
those
these
guys need the money.
There's a guy from the Timbers that is in the World Cup.
Is there?
Yeah.
So, like, he needs money, I'm
Yeah.
assuming.
Probably has his own insurance agency in the off season.
Well, it is a little weird, like when you look at like MLS salary compared to
Oh,
you
yeah.
know the rest of the world. It's
So anyway,
it's
now
not quite the
we've
same.
run out of time, and I want to come back and talk about Bill Oram because this guy, he's the Oregon Live guy, the Oregonian columnist, I think.
The Daily Fish Wrapper, according to Lars.
Yeah, so he. Oh god, here comes another one.
Yeah, it's not. We're not doing. Can we just?
God, you guys are terrible.
I tried to tell you. You know what, France? Let's play. Put this on skates, and we'll see what's up, bitch.
I guess
It's not fair.
That's a good point.
We've
Let's
got like
play hockey.
dude, we've got like 3 soccer fields in the entire country. It's we're a Nordic people. You can't expect us to be running around kicking things.
So this Oram guy shows up to the Oregonian several years ago and doesn't do much, but now has all of a sudden latched onto this Dundon thing like a pit bull. And that's what columnists do, I think, right? Like that's kind of their whole bit.
Yeah, you gotta do bits.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, you do.
I mean, your job is to kind of.
But he's really. I feel like he's kind of laid low until now. Like now he's like really, and maybe that's just the whole operation. When you come into a city, a new city, you just kind of you lay low. You start to develop your relationships. You kind of.
You wait to strike.
Yeah, exactly. You don't ruffle feathers, but then you find something that can get people stirred up, and then you just go to town.
Ha!
Like a python.
I like. Well, that'd be.
Or
Yeah.
like
a rattlesnake.
like a pit viper.
Yeah, there you go. You're lying in the exactly. I think that's the noise he makes when he's typing instead of the clicking.
Yeah.
Every stroke.
Yeah, and so he's laying it on thick, and
He's laying the big wood.
yeah, it's getting to the point where I'll tell you what he said next,
There you go.
and then I'll
Break.
compare it to something else that we've heard, and you tell me who you think is more on target.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna do that. Okay, we're gonna do that next here on Proclamation Tuesday.
The
All right, welcome back to our show. Sports Radio. What's going on?
Oh my God!
What happened?
Nothing. We're still losing 3-0.
We.
Yeah, my Swedes.
Not me.
No. You can be an honorary Swede if you want and go down with the ship.
Nope.
Putting our Scandinavian.
I'm French now.
We're putting our Scandinavian hopes in Norway at this point.
I identify as Mexican tonight.
Oh, not bad. Not bad.
And I'll be back to being American tomorrow. So, Bill Oram, local columnist, doing his bits, getting everybody all fired up, says he hates the Ja Morant trade. It's the worst trade in Blazers history.
It's a bold statement.
Well, it's an absurd statement.
We've had a lot of bad trades.
Yes. Exactly.
Giving up Jeremy Grant. If your big loss is Jeremy Grant, which according to whoever you talk to is about a top 5 worst contract in the NBA, I'm not certain how that. Like, that's like if your house got broken into and someone stole $100 from you and you're like, that's the worst home invasion that's ever happened. I will never financially recover from this. You can't say that. Can you feel violated? Sure.
Well, you can say whatever you want, but
I guess you can.
I think you're losing people here.
It's a bit ridiculous.
So he was on a radio interview today, and he said, and I'm just going to read you his quote. This was on NBA radio. He says, they were talking to him about the Ja Morant deal. He says, and by the way, this Orem guy's been all over the Tom Dundon cheap thing, and he's the one that wrote the column that said, I fear that the Blazers may leave.
Yes.
He said,
and then got into it with Sprague about it.
So he said, quote, I hate everything about it. I think it is a terrible trade. I think it is an affront to the fan base. I think it is an insult to Damian Lillard. I think it is only further driving a wedge between the franchise and the city of Portland, as this new owner is deep in negotiations over an arena deal that could potentially spell the end of the Trailblazers in Portland. While I don't think they made this trade to basically poison the well and sour the fan base's view of the organization, it certainly wasn't a deal that was made with any sort of care for this fan base, for this city, end quote.
I can't tell you how much I love that line. I'm not saying they did this specifically to poison the waters and move the team, but I'm also not saying that. My God. Hey, why did the Blazers leave? Ja Morant.
I would not say that. I wouldn't say it
It's
either.
a stroke of genius. Dude, that Tommy Two Nichols, man,
So-
he's playing 3D chess at
I'm
this
blaming
point.
everything on Ja Morant now. That's
It's-
Ja's problem.
That's straight out of the columnist playbook right there. Is like, well, I would not go this far. However, let's float the idea that they did this on purpose.
It's
like
lean in.
Major League.
Yes. I say we lean into this. Like, I think T. Morant and Ja both are coming here with the, like, because look, he doesn't want to live in Portland, so we're like, here's the deal, Ja. I know you don't want to be in Portland. If you help us poison these waters, we're going to pick up and we're going to move this team, and we're going to move it to a city, maybe Las Vegas, that you'll love even more. So you help us out here, we'll scratch your back a little bit.
Dame misses a game time shot. Ja, what are you doing?
Yeah, what are we doing right now? God, the fear mongering. It's quite incredible.
Didn't columnists used to have like insight and I don't know, like stories? Like the columnist used to be the guy or the gal. Isn't that there's a great one for USA Today for all those years. What was her name?
Is that Christine Brennan? Is that?
I think that's right.
I think I'm
something like
that.
Yeah, she was really good. I mean, like the columnist used to be the critic, you know, but also like keep hold people accountable.
Sure.
And expose corruption and stuff. Now, I just feel like it's just this fear-baiting, low-hanging fruit.
Well, in some ways, radio.
Basic.
I mean, this has become the Stephen A. Smith sort of thing. It's
the same thing.
Yeah,
it's like opinion manufacturing.
Yes.
There's no.
There's no gray area. It's all black and
Yeah.
white. It's either you love everything the most or you hate it the most. Just like he said this is the worst trade in Blazers history. That's not even close to true.
But if you say it that way, then
Right.
it gets everyone.
You can
fired
say
up.
it's a bad trade, and I'll buy that. But to say it's the worst trade in Trailblazers history, that's just false. It's not even
We've
close.
just gone down the road of, again, if you just look at the media culture in general, this is largely what has what's become of this. And it's hard to have any sort of nuance. I'd say in the last, let's say 3 weeks to a month, that this whole, we're leaving, worst owner, now this, the amount of times that someone has come up to me that I know casually, right? Maybe you know, they go to your gym or they go to your church or whatever, right? You happen to run into people.
I went to church last weekend.
Did you really?
Uh-huh.
How'd that
First
go?
time in years.
How'd that go?
You know,
Did you
ironically,
get the little wafer? Or?
well, I have a neighbor who's a priest at the church up the street, and so my dad and I, my dad was a Methodist minister for years.
Yes.
And so he wanted to go see a sermon, and so we went up there.
That's nice.
Yeah, it was nice.
Feel good about it?
I did not. No, I don't.
Oh.
But I did not spontaneously combust. However, interestingly enough, somebody texted me right during, like, they said they were texting me because the guy got struck by lightning in West Lynn on the golf course.
I do remember that.
And they were worried about me.
Yeah.
That happened right when I was in church, and I was like, ironically,
You start looking around.
yeah, I'm looking around like, wait, I am in the house of the Lord.
Yeah.
Am I about to get struck by lightning?
I'm not gonna lie. That when I was in Italy and I was handing out the stripper dollars, like in the donation box, I had a little. There was a time or two where I was like, "Is this all right?" And
Yeah, I was a little worried.
I was.
But I thought it was ironic that
Yeah.
while I was sitting in church, a golfer gets struck by lightning.
Yeah,
like,
it
what
is.
are the like me?
I'd
of all
be
people.
careful about it.
No
I'm just
question.
saying.
No
Next time you're out in West Lynn,
Any hoosies. Back to your point.
what was my point?
Try it again, please.
God, I lost it. We were talking about.
Ah.
I've
Got
had
your eye off the ball.
Well, I've had multiple people come up to me. This happened like 2 days ago. This happened. Someone came up to me and was like, "So, Blazers are leaving, right?" And you're like, "What?" And they're like, "Well, I saw the headline." And you're like, like, no, because there is no more nuance anymore. This guy, he's a casual sports fan, right? But he likes the Blazers. And all that happened was he read a headline. And the headline said something, to the effect of probably good is gone, or again, poison water. And so they take it as, oh my God, this thing's falling apart. So many people today at lunch with a buddy, hey, is this city council thing, they don't have the votes, right? This thing's going down. And you're like, no. He goes, well, I was listening to a show up in Seattle and they had one of the guys on from Portland and said that they think it's like a 40% chance. And you're like, it's now become a culture of just like headlines and little clips. And if all you hear is these little snippets, you just think that this whole thing, like,
Right.
that there's no way this deal gets done. They're going to screw it up. Everyone's at their throat.
Well, and Orem, guy like Orem is like at the forefront of that because they only see the headlines,
Yes.
and they see these quotes and this is the worst trade in history and they're about to leave. So he's like one of the worst at stirring all this up. And it's really frustrating because I would have more respect for guys like this if they just own what they are. Like, I feel like even to some extent, Stephen A. Smith, those guys like that,
Yeah.
they know they're hot take artists.
Sure.
They know that's what pays their bills, and it's just what they do. These guys, they kind of thrive behind the air of journalism.
Sure.
And there really isn't any journalism.
No.
Particularly if you're suggesting that the Blazers did this on purpose to tank the franchise or whatever. You know what I mean?
Poison waters.
Like, they're a joke. It's like blind provocation, and it's I don't know.
I just think
it's just annoying.
I think this has become, someone said about the World Cup, they said, if you want to think that America is the world's worst place, read about it. And if you want to think that America is a great place, visit it. Right? Like, there was this notion that when all these people came to our country for the World Cup, that what was going to happen? That this place, like, we were going to chew them up, spit them out, and this was going to be the cesspool, and people were going to be like, oh my God. And then they got here, and all of a sudden they're like, well, maybe the headlines, this isn't so bad.
Buc-ee's is pretty great.
Yeah, it's pretty great. And, all these people that, yeah, they may not agree with me, but like, I don't know, everyone's kind of treating me pretty cool. It's that kind of thing now. There is no nuance. And someone said maybe we should start yelling and screaming about nuance and gray area and rational takes.
Yeah,
maybe that's what we
good
have to do
idea.
is we have to start yelling.
Oh my God.
Rational takes and kind of middle of the road stuff.
You can't win this way.
Yeah. Like, this is the sort of
We
stuff.
do sometimes.
Yeah, once in a while.
Get a life, bro.
That is true. I was
Yeah.
yelling about that. That was my rational take yelled.
Sometimes we do get pissed.
Yeah. I do get pissed at the black or white nature of it because almost everything in this
Yeah.
world exists in the gray area.
And
But
don't you think it takes very little time? And I'm sure Bill Orem is a very good journalist. I don't know him. But at the same time, it doesn't take much talent to throw this out there, right? There's no expertise, there's no talent to it. It's like anybody could do that. Just just publish their article and anybody could write that. It's dumb. and people fall for it.
But it's also he's pressing on Blazer fans' biggest fears, right? Like ever since
of course, that's what I mean. Like
Right.
it's so easy to do that.
Ever since I was a kid, it's like, oh, Portland's gonna leave. Like the Blazers are leaving. Like since I was a kid, that's been the talk.
It's low hanging outrage fruit.
But the difference is when you get someone that is a skilled writer, and then I think this is to me, it's the greater problem. See, I do think that there's people like that are talented, and I think people that are yellers and screamers on the air often are talented. But the problem is they're using that talent and then combining it with. They're like, hey, I can write something that's thoughtful and nuanced and get so many clicks, or I can lean into this and I'm a skilled enough writer where I can mash the panic button.
It's just easier.
And it's easier to do, and it elicits a greater response.
Yeah.
It does.
It's like if I take my skilled writing or my skilled commentary and I put it towards something that strikes at someone's fear. I mean, we've talked about this. Like they've done studies that fear and anger are greater emotions than basic rational thinking or love. If you want to get someone engaged in something, make them angry. Make them scared, make them angry. It's the fight or flight thing. And I think a lot of these guys, I do give them credit. I do think they're skilled. I think they know what they're doing, and they're leaning into it.
100%. Like I'm looking right now, just on Twitter right now, at NBA Central, they had one that says Blazers owner Tom Dundon reportedly deep in negotiations over an arena deal that could spell the end of the Trailblazers' time in Portland, per Bill Oram.
Exactly.
That has 1.6 million views.
Yes.
And over 400 comments.
And he said that in passing on a radio
Right.
show.
And that's what it was from. And if he were to say, well, we talked to the city council and they all expect a deal to get done, that gets how many
Zero
views?
And that's my point. The guy that came up to me the other day, that's the thing. Like he sees that. Hey, I was scrolling Twitter or whatever,
Right.
and I saw that this could be the end of it. And you're like, no. And then they're like, what do you mean? No. Well, I get this all the time. Well, I read it. Or I had my other friend said, well, I heard it. He's a big Husky guy, so he listens to Seattle radio. And one of the local guys went on the Seattle radio, and they're gone.
So let me play something real quick. So this was there's a guy by the name of John Isaacs.
Yes.
And he was on Dirt and Sprague this morning, and he is of Portland. Is it it's
Chamber. Portland Chamber.
I'm not gonna. Where is
Chamber of Secrets? What?
He
It's a
is
good
the
movie.
Portland Metro
Chamber. Yeah, he's from Portland Metro Chamber. So they're basically just they're all about commerce and
Yes.
business and
Yeah. You always hear about it. Chamber of Commerce, something along those lines.
So John Isaacs was on Dirt and Sprague this morning. And
It's really
there were
good.
multiple clips, but this is one I wanted to play. So you tell me if this sounds like we should be so scared. This is him talking about the Moda Center renovation deal.
The reality is we have a pretty solid, framework of a proposal on a table that's, just from a dollars and cents perspective, an exceptionally good deal for a city when you're being asked to only pitch in 20% of a renovation for a what should be a world-class entertainment facility that we own. If someone came to you and said, hey, you can renovate your house for 20%, we'll pay for 80% for you, you would take that deal. And that's essentially what we're looking at here. It's got to go through a process. There's lots of leaders involved who want to think deeply and make smart decisions. So we just need to be patient and let it go through the process.
So close the gap between Orem and that.
Boy, I'll tell you what, that gap is some evil Knievel stuff right there, brother. You got to get on that bitch and start jumping. And
that is a huge chasm.
it's an enormous one.
Yeah, it's just that's the frustrating.
But that's the one that doesn't get clicks. And that's the one that isn't a headline. No one wants the sensible jackass that's like, you know
Hey,
what?
did you just call John Isaacs a jackass? He's a great guy.
That's what I'm saying.
At least I think.
Yeah, no one wants the sensible, hey guys, we'll kind of figure this out. And we had the city councilwoman on, who, by the way, right now kind of sits in the maybe.
Candace Avalos.
Yeah, and so she right now is a maybe, but her vote right now I think is one that they're saying it's 7-5 against. And so people say, well, they don't have the votes. And yet when we talked to her, she said, yes, we got to get a deal done. We have to do it. We're going to get it done. We're optimistic. And yet the headline will be, well, they don't have the votes right now and she's won. And I was telling my friend today, I'm like, one of the ones that's voting no, we had on. And if you listen to her interview, she will come around and vote yes. She will. She will.
And also want to point out that Commissioner Dan Ryan will be on our show.
Yes.
Next week. He's actually coming in studio.
I'm going to yell rational takes at him. Scream.
Well, I think he's for it, but I'm not.
He is, but I'm still going to yell at him.
He's a big sports guy.
I just want Suk to yell at him.
So that'll
I'm just
be
gonna start yelling at guests now, man. Just going.
Dude, that's a good bit.
I'm just going full tilt.
So that'll be Thursday, July 9th at 5:30. He'll be in studio. We'll have more on this. Hopefully rational. Maybe not now that Sook's turning over a new leaf.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I'm going to give rational takes, but in an irrational manner. I'm turning the system against itself. I'm just going to go home tonight and start compromising with my family, but just in a real a-hole-y sort of way.
All right, the Gobbler is next. Got a little recruiting news, and the quarterback that outshined them all at the Manning Passing Academy.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This update brought to you by 808 Hawaiian Restaurant. Mixed plates like Grandma used to make if your grandma were from the Big Island. Woodstock, Burnside, Beaverton, or online at 8-o-8.com. First on the Fan, a day after making a trade for Ja Morant, Trailblazers back at it again. They are bringing back backup center Robert Williams, signed him to a new 3-year deal worth $44 million. LeBron James, he's informed the Lakers that the franchise can move on without him because he will be playing elsewhere, will not be going back to LA. LeBron now a free agent. Los Angeles Clippers, they are sending Kawhi Leonard back to the Toronto Raptors. In exchange, the Clippers will be getting Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick, 2 first-round picks, a pick swap, and 2 second-rounders. Kawhi heading back to where he won a championship. Norway defeated Ivory Coast today in the round of 32. Erling Haaland had the game-winning goal in that one. France just wrapped up the win in their matchup against Sweden, 3-0. Mbappe 2 goals in that one. The NFLPA and Brendan Sorsby, they will not be pursuing any further litigation regarding his entry to the NFL. Sorsby focusing on the 2027 NFL Draft. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
Jed Fish gets me hot.
Oh, I mean, that goes without saying.
Welcome back to our show. It's time for the Points Gobbler.
I'm all hot and bothered now with hot Jed Fish talk. I hope Fish is in the gobbler.
He's not. Haven't seen much Jed Fish news lately.
No, UW was the whole Damon Williams thing that kind of stirred it up, and then once that went away, like UW has just gone under the radar. But I do love that they have a coach and a quarterback that no one really wants there, and they don't want to be there. But now they're like, oh, he's great, and our quarterback is.
So no Jed Fish in the gobbler today.
Sorry.
I do have some Beaver news.
Ooh, hot beeves.
Well, the Beavs, What
do we got? No one needs new Beaver. We need old Beaver.
Well, the new Beavers are doing pretty good in recruiting.
Dude, the Beavs have some positive momentum going on right now.
Yeah. So they got a quarterback. Now, he is, in ESPN's top 50, they rated him the 49th best quarterback. Okay, so that's not exactly.
I had him 48th, but.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Who did you have him ahead of?
Oh, Jimmy Wilson.
I like Jimmy Wilson. He's got a good
he's
arm.
good little player.
Yeah.
I got him moving up.
Though.
Yeah, he's moving up my rankings.
Honestly, if you're the 49th best quarterback, that's for Oregon State.
That's good.
That's good. When you consider how many schools are out there, and
well, you know who they beat out for this guy?
Who they got?
Michigan.
See, and part of that might be too, like if you go to Michigan, like there's an element, and this sucks, but there's an element if you're a kid and let's say you're a 3, maybe a 4-star kid.
This kid's a 3-star kid. His name's Thaddeus Thatcher.
Yeah.
And he was going to go to Utah, but then Whittingham went to Michigan, and so Whittingham tried to get him to Michigan, and he chose Oregon State because of playing time.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're this kid and you know that you're going to Michigan, not only are you going in knowing that there's 4- and 5-star kids, but every year they're bringing in a 4- or 5-star kid. And it might be one of those things where, I can go to Oregon State and feel like I can get on the field a little bit sooner. And this is where I think it kind of sucks for places like Oregon State now. And it's always been this way, but I think it's worse now. The idea is if I get on the field and I pop at Oregon State, I'm gone. And not only am I gone, but I'm now not taking $250,000 to go be the 5th quarterback on Michigan's roster. Now I'm pulling a John Mateer and I'm getting $2.5, $3, $4 million, and I'm going to go be the coach, the quarterback at Oklahoma. But for Oregon State, you can lean into this. You just have to realize that this is going to be your sweet spot. This is one of those things that you are going to have to sell is come here, right? You're not gonna compete with the other 5-star kids, and we're gonna prepare you. And then you can't be bitter and angry. You have to say, look, we're gonna try to put as competitive package around you as we can. You're gonna try to get you to love the campus life, but accept the fact that when Michigan comes calling in 2 years, and you hope you get him for 2 years if he plays, that's the nature of the beast.
It's that, and you also embrace it like they did with DJ Uyunglele.
Yes.
Get a bounce back. That needs another opportunity
Yes.
to try to get back to where he plays 1 year Oregon State, goes to Florida State, got some money. I think if you combine that with, like you said, the freshmen coming in,
you're living in the sweet spot.
You're living in that sweet spot where you have good talent coming in, maybe better talent than you probably should have.
And this is where I'll push back on, and look, I'm not trying to, if you're an Oregon State fan, you have every right to be pissed with what happened to you. But this is where I'll push back to it's ruining college football because of stuff like this. Oh, it's just a minor league system. There has never been a world in the history of college football where schools like Washington State and Oregon State were competing for the same kids that Ohio State and Michigan were. You just weren't. It's not a thing. I told you, by no means was I any sort of like grandioso, recruit, but today I probably would have been a 4-star recruit. They didn't even have stars. I'm that effing old. But I probably would have been a low 4-star recruit. And Oregon State's recruiting pitch to me coming out was, if you get hurt,
get off my porch,
and you don't have anywhere else to play, we'll honor your scholarship. And I was like, thanks, Pettibone. Great. That's their pitch. So there was never a world where you were competing for those kids. So yes, you're not in that world with your NIL budget, but you never were. Oregon State always had to live in the gray areas and finding the Mike Hass and finding the Rogers brothers and building quarterbacks, whether it's Derek Anderson or Matt Moore. You lived in the sweet spot of finding those guys. It's harder to keep them around nowadays, but you just have to kind of keep that cycle going. And as you said, Stevie Fire, that's actually a good point. It's easier now to get the bounce backs. It's easier to go find, and maybe that's your spot, is you go find the kid that didn't get the playing time at Michigan and you give him the launching board. So it's not any harder or it's just different. It's just a different world that you have to live in. But you've always played by a different set of rules than the big boys if you're the Washington States or the Oregon States of the world.
So I think it's interesting they're characterizing this kid as a QB2, and they never used to do that with quarterbacks in college. It's like, I don't know. It's almost like they're already making him a backup.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure why they've changed that, but
it's like this idea that he can't come in and start right away. Like, is that with the QB2 thing? Like,
yeah, it's like it says the Michigan Wolverines missed out on a top QB2 target in the 2027 recruiting class. Maybe they're just ranking them in that class.
It could be like, this isn't one of the top tier guys, but it's the one below.
Yeah, because they got a kid named get some punk named.
Well, they got CJ Carr's brother.
At Michigan?
Yeah.
Well, not in the 2027 class.
Right. He's there now. He's a freshman this year.
Yeah, there's a kid named Camden Lapati is their number one quarterback in their class. So it says Wolverines entered this recruitment looking for a second quarterback to pair alongside 4-star commit Camden Lapati. So they don't. So Oregon State stole this kid because he just thinks he'll play faster at Oregon State.
Yeah.
So his name's Thaddeus Thatcher. He's from Las Vegas, 6'2", 178, and yeah. So good little get.
And you might
the Beavs.
You might be able to get more of these kids now, knowing that, hey man, play here and you're gonna pop. And I wonder, I don't know what that pitch is, but I wonder if there isn't an idea of, hey man, come here and like if you get on the field and you excel, like a realistic conversation had between coach and athlete where, you do right by us, we're going to do right by you, and this isn't going to be something evil. And I just think more coaches are open to the idea of our roster is just going to turn over. And it doesn't have to be ugly, an ugly exit. It's just the nature of the beast.
Well, the top guys are always going to go to the top schools, but I think now if I'm in Oregon, if I'm in Michigan, I want to see a guy play and be successful before I go and get him. Like, you have that luxury now where you don't have to play guys early. We can go in the portal and you can say, hey, I want to go snag this guy from Oregon State who's shown 2 years of good tape, and I can get him on the field rather than take a risk and pay a freshman that much more money.
Oh, I've said it a million times.
So I think for Oregon State, they can get guys and play right away.
Yeah. If I was the Oregons of the world at Ohio State or whatever, dude, I would not be shelling out the $6-7 million for freshman quarterback. You look at like Bryce Underwood or
DJ Lagway.
Yeah, dude, thanks for coming. I'm done. I would go find, and this I've said this now since the NIL world. My strategy would be I'm going to go invest in a high 4-star kid, right? Give me the 25th best quarterback in the class. Going to cost me $1 million, right? Give me $1 million to go get that kid in. And I'm going to hope that kid grows and develops, right? And maybe you get 2 of those kids. And then every year I would search especially with Oregon, Ohio State, you're a big swing and you know what, then if you want to come in and drop the hammer, you can. I would just go mine the North Texases of the world and the Central Floridas and places like that. Wait to find a kid that pops. And if I'm going to pay, I'm with you. If I'm paying $5-6 million for a kid, I want Bo Nix. I want
Dante Moore.
I want Dante Moore. And Dante Moore didn't even cost you that because again, he was a retread and hadn't really popped, but I'll go do that. This
Carson Beck.
Yeah, this idea of forking over cash for the Uyunglele's of the world and Nico at Tennessee. Very few kids coming out of high school that have been paid the bag as freshman quarterbacks, and I know it's a very small sample, they usually don't end up hitting at their school. Either the kid ends up being a bust or he hits somewhere else. Thanks for coming. I just think that's too much money to pay for a kid that has proven nothing.
Is that drop underrated?
It's pretty good.
Jonathan Smith, the coach of the Beavers, trying to pronounce his own quarterback's name. He had
It's
no idea.
very Roger Goodell-esque of him.
Thatcher to Oregon State. Now, every summer, Peyton Manning has his Manning Passing Academy thing that he does. It's down in Louisiana.
It's a big deal.
And it is a big deal, and it's basically just the Mannings bringing in college football quarterbacks and then giving them pointers.
Yeah.
It's Peyton, Eli, and Arch.
You suckle at not one, but
Not
two
Arch, but
power.
Archie.
2
Three.
power teats. Oh, yeah, 3.
3. There's 3 of them.
You got the creepy third devil's nipple down there.
Yeah, not Cooper, though.
No.
He doesn't. He's not allowed.
He has to sit on the other side of the fence and watch.
So then they bring in a bunch of high school kids and
a bunch of the NFL quarterbacks come in and they're mentors.
So it's just a bunch of quarterbacks all doing quarterback stuff, and they teach the kids a thing or two.
By the way, I bet you that's really cool. If you're a high school quarterback,
Oh yeah,
you go to the Manning Academy and Drew Brees is you're like, who's your camp counselor? Drew Brees. Who's yours? Oh, Josh Allen. You think anyone's upset though? Like if you show up and your counselor's like Andy Dalton, you're like, oh man.
Drew Bledsoe.
You're like, what the hell, man?
hey, take it easy on Drew Bledsoe, man. That guy's awesome.
Super Bowl champion Drew
That's
Bledsoe.
right.
Andy Dalton, I'd be like, what?
Yeah.
It's like when you get in a celebrity golf tournament
Dude,
and you get paired up with Big Sue.
Partner with Isaac Robb.
I feel so bad.
Celebrity.
Anytime that occurs and you get me, I just start apologizing.
Hey,
I'm like, I'm so sorry.
Oh no, we wanted you.
It's like, dude, I would.
Yeah, you're number 1 on my list.
And they're like, are you a good golfer? I'm like, not really.
No, I have nothing to offer.
I don't know who you are and you suck at golf?
Yeah. I don't know, like 17, 18, does that do anything for you? I'll get you drunk. I don't know. Like,
You're at least a fun time. You guys would be at least fun times.
tell you stories about seeing Lavelle Edwards naked. Does that do anything for you? I mean,
I'd listen.
I'm trying to do something. So heartbreaking for people.
So anyway, according to Todd McShay, there was one quarterback who stood out. Now again, these are college quarterbacks going down to the Manning Passing Academy. And they were all there. All the big studs were there. So which college quarterback, he said it wasn't even close, stood out amongst all the others at the Manning Passing Academy? Who do you think it was?
Best college quarterback coming out. Well, they're not going to say Arch because that would be,
It was not Arch.
That would be-
again, this is McShay.
McShay.
Not
that's
the Mannings.
True. I would just say that it would still be weird to say Arch Manning was the best at that thing. I don't know. I mean, we're talking about it, so I'll go local. Give me Dante Moore.
It was C.J. Carr.
C.J. Carr.
From Notre Dame.
Well, and it's funny because if you look at all the preseason hype, boy, there are people doing double hand stuff with C.J. Carr right now.
Well, they sure are. So here's McShay's.
He should be, though. He's
well,
awesome.
apparently he's awesome. Yeah, so, and he was pretty good last year, but I think he was a
He
freshman.
was a
freshman
freshman.
last year.
Yeah. So here's McShay's quote. He said, quote, C.J. Carr, Notre Dame, wasn't even close when asked who his Manning Passing Academy MVP was. Julian Sayin was there. Arch Manning was there. There were a lot of other guys who were exceptional. His performance in throwing the football, that's the jumping point. Man, I know he's Lloyd Carr's grandson, and he's been around the game his whole life. You think about Tom Brady and Drew Brees, and you think about the modern day, even Fernando Mendoza of this last year, repetitive, repeatable form, mechanics. I don't want to say robotic because he's not a robotic player, but when it comes to footwork, timing, ball out, just standing there watching him, even warming up, you always look for what's different, and that was CJ Carr, end quote.
Well, that is very, very high praise. And I mean, when you look at it, Heisman favorite, Notre Dame is supposed to be, Notre Dame's one of the odds-on favorite to win the national championship. He won the job as a true freshman. Maybe this is it. I would just warn everybody. The exact thing was being said last year about Arch Manning. And through about 8 games, Arch Manning was rap video cheeks. And then towards the end of the year, it got a little better. I don't know.
Yeah, but I think as you always pointed out with Arch, like there wasn't good tape on him.
No, there wasn't.
And this is different. Carr's already had a season under his belt. He was pretty good last year.
Yes, he was.
And now, and I guess apparently they're saying that Peyton and Eli used Carr as an example in drills to show the rest of the quarterbacks how to do it. Like they're not doing that with Arch.
No, they're not.
Even Archie came out and said, "Yeah, Arch was just crowned way before he was ready last year."
That's different with Arch. He couldn't even beat out Quinn Ewers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I was always a little hesitant on Arch. But like CJ Carr, I mean, he was one of the reasons why Notre Dame was as good as they were last year.
Yeah.
I think I'm high on him. Like I think he's going to be a number 1 overall pick. Like I think that guy is.
Yeah,
he might be the best.
That sounds
player.
like someone who has a Heisman trophy.
I don't. I
future.
should. I should make that now. I should bet him number 1 overall pick whenever he's eligible.
Well, he's the odds-on favorite. So you're
for
not
number 1
getting,
overall
Yeah.
pick.
No,
Oh,
for the Heisman. But you never really get much value in this kind of
I am just always of the.
because he could get hurt.
I am just skeptical of college quarterbacks. Because I've talked about it. We think that college quarterbacks is like climbing a mountain, and that it's like this progressive straight up, and it's just not. The amount of times that we're told that the guy who had a good freshman season, Damon Williams, Klubnik, Nussmeier, whatever.
I think about DJ Uiagalelei when he played at Notre Dame. He was awesome in that game, and then he never.
So
touched that again.
this idea that that it's and there's just it's I've been disappointed enough in college quarterbacks that I kind of need to see it before I go all in. I'll even say like Dante Moore last year was a good quarterback for Oregon. He was nice, and I see why NFL teams would love him. I think Dante Moore is going to have a big year. But just because you had a decent year or even a good year, if he has the same year he had last year, you're going to be like, what the hell, man? Like we expect every year in college for these like 30% jumps. And it's not always like that, especially if you make a big jump from like freshman to sophomore year. Sometimes that kind of flattens and there isn't that next jump. Because yes, the great ones continue to get better and keep making those jumps, but not everyone's great. Sometimes you just end up being good.
Well, it just takes a lot of starts.
Yes.
I remember this with Carson Palmer. Like you go all the way back. Remember Carson Palmer?
It took him a while.
All the hype about Carson Palmer. He just never did anything until his last year.
Until the last year.
It's true.
And then everything kind of came together and he won a Heisman Trophy.
There is your points gobbler.
And gobble we did.
I would say it's brought to you by someone, but it's not.
It's not. Should be. You want to gobble with us.
Coming up next,
Get on board.
it is time for In the News, how Wilt Chamberlain inadvertently helped a Portland teenager to Vietnam.
What?
Does that sound like a Mad Libs?
Oh my God. It's a very strange
How
headline in
Wilt
20
Chamberlain inadvertently helped a Portland teenager to Vietnam.
Can't wait.
That story is next.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, a day after making a trade for John Morant, the Trailblazers, they are back at it again, making more moves. Today they signed backup center Robert Williams, bringing him back on a 3-year, $44 million deal. LeBron James, he has informed the Lakers that the franchise can move on without him because he's going to play elsewhere, will not be going back to LA. LeBron is now a free agent. Los Angeles Clippers, they are sending Kawhi Leonard back to the Raptors where he won a championship in exchange. Clippers, they'll be getting Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick, 2 first-round picks, 1 pick swap, and 2 second-rounders. In the World Cup today, Norway defeated Ivory Coast earlier in the day, 2-1. Erling Haaland scored the game-winning goal. And then France defeated Sweden 3-0, led by Mbappe's 2 goals in that one. Later on, we got Mexico taking on Ecuador. The NFLPA and Brendan Sorsby, they're not going to be pursuing any further litigation regarding his entry to the NFL. Sorsby will be focusing on the 2027 NFL Draft. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
You grooving? No, you're not, are you?
I'm not really feeling this beat.
Stevie Freedom and I are 250 strong, right, Stevie?
That's right, baby.
I mean, look, I'm not one to criticize the Beat Lab, but I don't know, this one I'm not feeling. This has
Feeling
like
this one.
this has like
It sounds like shopping mall.
I feel like sitcom energy on this one. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's like,
Low key. It's called Jetstream.
yeah.
The names are great.
The names are great.
And I
Very
added them
generic.
in there, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I could have just put them in there.
You named them.
I know, because I downloaded them. They all had fun names, and so I thought, oh, that'd be fun. So I'm going to put them in there on the description so we know what they're called.
Yeah. This is Jetstream.
I need more like Beef Slab. Well, that one we had beef something yesterday, and I felt like that one was
Oh,
slapping.
it's coming back. This is a rotator. Don't act like these are one and done.
I just downloaded a couple today. One is called Custom Red. The other is called Belt and Braces.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to hear Custom Red.
All right, we'll play it coming back.
Look, this is starting to grow on me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I found myself grooving a little bit. You know, I wasn't feeling it at
the
first,
Haas
but
were throwing you off. That's-
I'm getting into
if
my
by
groove.
throwing off you mean enhanced, yeah.
right. Well, I loved it.
Yeah.
I don't think super.
It didn't grab me right at first.
All right, we'll go Custom Red next break.
Oh, can't wait.
Custom Red.
It is June 30, 2026. It is time now for In the News. I'm your noted newsman. Hello. That's me.
So
Bulldog.
So talented. That's more bulldog.
It's brought to you by The Advocates, injury attorneys at advocateslaw.com. Coming soon, Ken and Donnie drops.
Yes.
Yeah.
You want to stay tuned for that.
What?
They'll be in the Beat Lab, I'm sure.
It is International Asteroid Day.
Oh. Do we want to celebrate the asteroid? I mean,
You know, every once in a while they put out those, I don't know, like these follows that put out what would happen if a giant asteroid hit Earth.
well, it's
And it
happened.
shows you,
It's
like-
happened multiple times.
I know, but it shows you like the video.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
No, it's all kinds of bad. So yeah, we've been hit by a bunch, and one of these days we're going to get hit by another one. It's not going to be good.
It's also Social Media Day.
Oh, God. I think I'd rather get hit by an asteroid.
Is that ironic that it's Asteroid Day and Social Media Day?
Yeah, a little bit.
Seeing how most people hate social media, so they want the asteroid to hit us so they can.
Yeah, we all
Put us out of our
we all
misery.
claim to hate social media, but then everyone
Yeah.
it's
I don't hate it.
like a weird love-hate sort of
I
thing.
just am not on it that much. I will say the Instagram scroll can be kind of fun.
Yeah, the doom scroll.
It's a fun time waster because it's mostly just funny golf videos in my feed.
Yeah.
And so I like that.
It is a little alarming though, like if you if your feed turns into one thing, you're like,
Yeah.
what?
Well, it's because I don't look at anything else.
Yeah.
So now it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to see other stuff, but it's not feeding me other stuff, so I'll just watch these.
My buddy sends me a lot of Instagram clips, and I'm always like, dude, what is your feed? I think it's terrifying.
Okay, you ready for the news?
Talk to me. Talk to me, Goose.
Wilt Chamberlain.
Yeah, how did Wilt Chamberlain, who's been dead for a long time,
Yeah.
lead
Well,
it?
I did say inadvertently.
Yeah.
So it reads like a Mad Libs. Okay. Wilt Chamberlain inadvertently helps a Portland teenager to Vietnam.
Now, did he want to go to Vietnam, or was this more
Yes.
of a... Okay.
So this is a pretty cool story. And it is, I read this in Willamette Week. Or some would call it the Willamette Week.
It's one of my favorite publications. They still print that?
So this guy, yeah, oh yeah, it's out there.
Okay.
This guy is a Goodwill thrifter. This kid, his
Sure.
name is Quinn Brown.
So he does it like he buys the stuff there,
Yeah.
or he sells.
Both.
Okay.
Like he mines for gold
Yeah.
at Goodwill. And back in January, he was going through the Goodwill bins, and he found a Wilt Chamberlain Lakers warm-up jacket.
Oh, that's kind of a cool find.
Yeah, isn't that cool? So he bought it.
That thing has to be enormous.
He bought it for $3.07.
Oh my God, where is he shopping?
Goodwill.
Boy, I mean, I guess like all the thrift shops. Maybe Goodwill still is. I haven't gone to a Goodwill forever, but like the thrift shops in Portland, you can find like an old beer T-shirt and they're like $94. It's insane. It's more expensive. It's good. You can still. I didn't think anything cost $3.
I think you mean obscene.
Obscene. Go Goodwill if you can buy. It's insane. If you can buy a Laker warm-up jacket,
Dude, I'd buy that for $3.
hell yeah.
$3.07.
No,
So
I'm out.
I'm out.
I'm out.
you don't like the 7 cents?
No.
Who has coins?
I got a quarter today at Bimart of all places.
Yeah. They don't mess around.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, the lady gave me a quarter. I didn't know what to do with it.
Man, what is this?
You stick it in the little gumball machine.
I did not see the gumball machine.
Well, I was joking.
No. But I do have a quarter.
They probably took those out.
That's the first time I've received change in quite some time.
So this kid, Quinn, suspected that this Lakers warm-up was the real deal. Like a real Wilt Chamberlain worn warm-up.
Okay. So he was looking through it and he's like, this
He's
does
like,
not
wait a
look
minute.
like some sort of generic, crap.
Exactly. So he paid the $3.07, and he started comparing it to some online photos. The stitch pattern seemed to match, and it was a jacket that Chamberlain wore during the finals of 1972.
Okay.
So he had it.
Was he able to trace it back to that, or
Yes.
did someone else?
Yes. Well, okay, so he had it authenticated. Oh, God. Authenticated. And it was done professionally. And it is now going up for auction at Sotheby's beginning tomorrow. And it is estimated to fetch between $150,000 and $250,000
Wow.
US dollars.
How about
And he
that?
yanked it from a Goodwill bin in Portland.
Do we have any idea how that ended up in the Goodwill bin? Like, that's... Whoever threw that out, oh my God. That's crazy.
A rare and significant find.
That's awesome. I mean,
So they said a similar jacket worn during the 68-69 season sold in 2022 for $56,000 at another auction. Wilt gear has proven to be some of the most coveted NBA memorabilia. Chamberlain's finals jersey from 72 sold for $5 million.
So what you're saying is I got to get to a Goodwill stat. There's one right by my house. I drop some stuff off there from time to time, but I can't say that I've.
With the authentic Big Souk BYU
Yeah.
jersey.
If you want some triple XL clothing from 20 years ago, head to the Goodwill over on 164th. You'll probably find some sweet deals.
So they say that they do not know how the jacket got there. The kid won't even say which Goodwill he found it at, but because he didn't want people to just start flooding them. But it was one of the 3 metro area Goodwill locations.
I have heard that like if you go to a Goodwill, you want to go to the Goodwill like in the rich neighborhoods. Like if there's a Goodwill in like Lake O, like you want to go, like that's where you want to go shop. You don't want to go to the one, no offense, but like if there's one off like 82nd and Division, that's not the Goodwill you want to go to.
But this is a Goodwill outlet, and I don't know if you know the difference.
I do not.
I only found this out by reading this story. Apparently, the Goodwill outlets are the ones where they just sell those big rolling blue bins that they have, when they roll out to your car.
Yeah.
They just have a bunch of clothes in there, and they're sold by the pound.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And
so you don't even know what you're getting?
Not well, you can pick through it.
Huh.
But
Yeah, like tons of people go in and pick through it and pick what they want because they resell it.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't know
For
that
like
was
the
a thing.
professional resellers.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
And
that's probably
what
where
he
the
is.
thrift stores.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Good Lord. Crazy.
But apparently the kid has an eye for valuable merch. He's done this before.
Yeah. And by the way, kudos to those people that are willing to do that. We're good. I'm not sifting through the bin, but I mean, to the people that are willing to, you can probably find some sweet deals, including a Wilt Chamberlain. I mean, I wonder like what that feeling is. You look at that and be like, dude, this is because when something looks different. One, it's probably like a 9XL. And you look in there, you're like, oh, it's like sand knit. Like, dude, this thing is old school.
I just wonder I really want to know how that got in there.
Yeah, I have
what is the journey of that jacket?
My guess is that either someone got it probably 30 years ago, someone probably died, and family had no idea.
Just gets tossed.
Just gets
Just not a
tossed.
sports fan. Just whatever.
We
just
have
some Lakers thing.
Well, I mean, I hate to. In my neighborhood, we had another one today. The bag came out. I was on my
the what?
What is that?
The body bag.
We lost another one?
We lost another one.
R.I.P.
Yeah, the ambulance rolled up and they didn't have the lights on. The lady was real casual coming out, and on top of the gurney was the folded bag. It's sad, but like I know, like I'm like, God, we've lost another one.
Now you'll sit and watch that?
Well, I was walking by with the dog. I didn't sit and watch her come out with it, but like I knew what that was. Like I've lived there for like 11 years.
Oh, I know, but you made it sound like you were like.
No, I did not see the.
Yeah, we all know what's going on.
Yeah, we know what's going on.
Move along.
Yeah, I moved it along.
Move along.
I gave her she gave the lady gave me the sad nod, and I gave her the
the acknowledgement.
The acknowledgement of
he's gone. He lived a great life.
Yeah, it's one of those. Yeah. But like, there's estate sales in my neighborhood all the time, and I'm like. You can probably go in there. There's people that just get rid of everything.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to have one, you box it all up and you give it to Goodwill.
The problem
I bet you that happens all the time. Where someone, if your kid, let's say that whoever passed today, that kid lives in Kansas City, and it's like, hey, you got to come clean out dad's stuff. He's like, dude, I am not dealing with this. You load everything up and you take it to Goodwill and you just yeet it on them, and you're like, here, take it. And it turns out,
did you say yeet?
Yeah, you eat it. You just huck it. You're like, yeet, here, take it. And it turns out Dad knew someone that knew Wilt Chamberlain in 1968 and had that thing.
Swagel.
The problem with the estate sale, while you can probably get some good stuff at estate sales, you have to go to too many of them to find the good stuff.
Yeah.
And that's too much time.
Or you just roam my neighborhood. I don't know, they're there all the time.
But like I said, you can go to 5 of them and be
you
like,
find
oh my
nothing.
God, you'll find a bunch of old lady stuff.
Yes.
But then every once in a while, you'll have one that's like, whoa. You can probably get some good stuff, but I don't know.
Can I be honest too?
The internet is too easy. Jeff Bezos
has made it too easy.
It's too easy.
Yeah. And the bag, where the house that got pulled up to, it's not one of the nicer houses.
Now, why did you have to throw dirt on the guy?
I'm not. I'm just saying from an estate sales standpoint.
Oh.
There's some homes in my neighborhood that I'd be like, I'm going to go check this out. There's some nice homes. This one? I don't know if the Wilt Chamberlain jacket's coming out of that place. Yeah, it's one of the smaller homes. Not that impressive. Lawn wasn't necessarily taken care of the best.
Well, maybe we need a new owner over there.
We're about to get one. Gonna be a new for sale sign coming up here in about a week or so.
I think she smothered him. What?
That's mean.
It is. This is in the news for June 30, 2026. Coming up next, we don't know if the egg crop can be saved, but this place will be. Next.
I was thinking Nuke.
Now this I'm jamming to.
Yeah, this is custom red right here.
I'll tell you right now, I think custom red might be the best thing we've come up with. Now,
I wouldn't use the term we. I think it's Steven.
Steven in the Beat Lab.
Yeah, don't try to take credit for that.
No. I'd like to think that we inspired custom red, though. I mean,
Nah.
he was thinking of us when he wrote it. By the way, someone correctly points out that the real origin point of the Wilt Chamberlain warm-up is clearly that someone's grandmother was ravaged by Wilt Chamberlain and then wore that in the morning to make Wilt eggs and then just wore it out of there.
You know what? I love that story.
That's clearly what happened. Yes, someone's grandmother, that's, she worked hard for that warm-up jacket. I'm sure Wilt, that was probably a go-to move for Wilt. Here, baby. Here, sugar teas. Would you put this on and go make me some eggs?
Put it in!
And then just shoot her away.
So I forgot to mention the Vietnam part of it.
Yeah, how did Vietnam come into this?
Well, the kid wants to go to Vietnam, so he's going to use the money to take a trip to Vietnam.
But I'll tell you what, with that kind of money, you're going to have a great time in Vietnam.
Yeah. And he's taking some friends.
Yes.
Hey, the Blazers just made a move before we get back to In the News.
And that is...
You didn't see who they got?
See who they got. I mean...
Big move.
What are we talking about?
This is breaking news.
Blazers just signed Brandon Carlson.
Oh. So, was this the mid-level exception?
So, I don't even know who he is. I think he plays at Oklahoma City.
Tall white guy, played at Oklahoma City.
Yeah, he's like a 7-footer.
He was at Utah.
Right? He's the big guy, like headband?
He's a Mormon guy.
He played at Utah. He was really good at Utah back in the day, yeah. A couple years ago.
Well, they did say even after Robert Williams, they were looking, I think Quick had it, they were looking for another center, which, again, only furthers the point that the big white flag may not be ready to go.
1 year, 2.5 milli.
Okay.
Are you excited?
No.
Don't get excited.
No, I'm not.
Calm down.
Don't worry. Well, I'm upset that he's taking minutes away from the Yonger. What the hell, man?
Hey, this is the move that's going to put him into the championship.
Son of a...
Irrational.
That's a Neil
thoughts.
O'Shea type of move right
This
there.
is the best move the Blazers have ever made. Best free agent signing ever.
I hate this move and everything about it.
They're going to move now.
in
I'm
history.
I'm going to start
Blazers are moving to Utah.
Yeah, we just got that on the text line. Somebody said they read a Yahoo article that Tom Dundon is now moving the team.
Oh.
And I just looked
Carlson?
up. I looked up the article, and it says nothing of the sort. But
well, I don't know what you're talking about.
this is how it's just wild. It's wild out there.
I don't know what you're talking about. I talked to 19 different front office people today, and what I'm hearing, good is gone.
It is in the news, June 30, 2026. We have A crop. Well, the A crop may be closing.
I know. Me and my buddy were talking about maybe going for one final,
pour one out.
Well, and have some steak bites. I mean,
well, someone said they were just in there the other day, and
sad.
all of the urinals were covered in trash bags.
Oh,
so they couldn't go to the bathroom.
Yeah, because they're not doing any. I'm guessing that there will be zero repairs. Like, when you're shutting it down, you're like, hey man, there's a plumbing issue. No, that's not my problem. It's a problem for the new owner.
So the A crop, originally founded by the Polizos family.
Yeah, he was like a Polish steak guy, wasn't he? He was like a beef
Greek.
guy? Greek.
Yeah.
That's right. Acropolis, duh.
Hello. Yeah, it was called Athens West Steakhouse. They served Greek food before, in the most Portland twist imaginable, they added dancers. What followed was 5 decades of cheap beer, affordable steak bites, and an atmosphere that could only exist in Portland. But now the curtain may be falling faster than expected. The property was listed on commercial real estate platform LoopNet for $1.95 milli. And, yeah.
Yeah, and I guess no one's buying it, so.
No, nobody wants that thing.
But you would think that the land alone would be.
Yeah, it's not a bad little location.
No, right? Although Bob's Red Mill shut down because no one wanted that either, so.
Well,
hey,
it's an institution.
If the A crop closes, don't worry, because I drive by that all the time. The, I believe it's called the Pussy Willow, just opened right next door to it.
Oh, dear.
What?
What?
Yeah,
it's just frightening.
It is, but the logo is just a big giant butt. It's literally just a big giant butt on the thing. It is.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, dear.
Because that's how I come down for work most days, is I drive by there, and it is so.
Driving home every day, I drive right by the A crop and the.
I don't know what's happening. You can say it. It's a flower.
And then it's uncomfortable. I don't even like to use it in general.
No, I'm just saying.
It's a big giant butt, though.
It is a big giant butt. So if you, I don't know. Now, if I go to the A crop to say goodbye to it, what happens if I got to take a whiz? Or God forbid, what happens if the steak bites don't agree with me? What? Can you be open? Is it still open?
Apparently.
But how can you be open without a toilet?
It looked pretty run down today when I drove by.
It may not be open then.
I don't know, though.
You tell me we don't have a listener confirmation?
Well, the listener said he just went there. I just told you that. And he said there was no...
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But what do you do when you got...
pay attention.
Do you just go in the parking lot and take a whiz?
Yeah, probably the bushes or something.
Okay.
Or just hold it. What are you, a 7-year-old? Let's go.
Well, I mean, you're there and you're drinking and having steak bites. Stuff starts moving, man. Don't you know? We all have that point where, like, when you're drinking, and that once you break the seal, it's like one in, one out.
What if they hand you a Gatorade bottle?
Oh.
When you get in there.
Yeah. An
empty one.
That's a little creepy.
Huh?
You gotta do what you gotta do.
I'd say I wouldn't fit. What?
Oh, yes.
God, that thing's enormous. Now, okay, wait. I'm not done. So the A crop could be going away. But Next Adventure, another Portland staple, may be saved.
Oh.
Remember we talked about Next Adventure closing? They were selling it and...
Yes.
Well...
Where else were you going to buy discount kayaks besides Bimart?
Next Adventure, the outdoor store, mainstay in Portland, will remain open with its original owners.
How about that?
In a reversal of a closure announcement from just last year.
Get right the hell out of town. All right. Well, that's cool.
Next Adventure remains.
They just changed their mind, or
go get your croakies.
They did no countsies?
In a press release Monday night, store owners Deke Haykamp and Brian Knudsen announced that they have decided to retain ownership of the store after a previous potential sale fell through. Last spring, we announced we were ready to retire. After our announcement, a small investment group came forward to buy us, keep it open. We were under contract to sell the business for several months, but as things happened, the deal fell through. During this process, Brian and I realized how important it is to keep Next Adventure going for the outdoor community, our staff, and our city.
The last time I was there, I don't know, maybe a couple years ago, I bought a pair of cycling shorts. I got my little spandexies from there. Cute. Yeah, they were running one of those. They were running one of the kind of closeout sales. Got a sweet deal on it, and thought about buying a used kayak, and then I was like, why exactly do I want a discount kayak? But it was a great deal.
They've been open since 1997 there on Stark and Grand.
There's someone asking, what if we combined Next Adventure with the Acropolis, where you can go and get
That's a good idea.
discount kayaks and strippers and steak bites?
Not against it.
Bring them all together.
Apparently, Mayor Keith Wilson got involved.
Oh, yeah.
And he was talking to them saying, hey, you better keep this open or else.
Let's do this. I like when businesses like that come around. I don't want to see institutions like that close. That's a bummer.
Yeah, those guys were just going to cash out. It wasn't going to close.
No,
they said that
they were going to sell it.
Yeah, but
there's those places that have just been around forever. Like Portland Outdoor Store is one of those for me that I love. That I'm always afraid it's going to close down, or it's been around forever. But then you realize you don't go as much as you used to, and then you kind of feel like you're partially responsible, and you're like, oh man, Slow Bar.
Guys, that is in the news.
What?
As always, brought to you by the Advocates, injury attorneys at advocateslaw.com for June 30, 2026. All right, coming up next, headlines. A lot going on today as NBA free agency gets underway.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, Portland Trailblazers back at it again. Yesterday, traded for Ja Morant. Today, they are bringing back Robert Williams on a 3-year, $44 million deal. Also, bringing in former Oklahoma City Thunder center Brendan Carlson on a 1-year deal, just over $2 million. LeBron James, he's informed the Los Angeles Lakers that the franchise can move on without him because he is going to be playing elsewhere. Won't be going back to LA. LeBron is now a free agent. Clippers, they're sending Kawhi Leonard back to the Toronto Raptors, the team that he won a championship with. In exchange, the Clippers will be getting Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick, 2 first-round picks, 1 pick swap, and 2 second-rounders. Today in the World Cup, Norway defeated Ivory Coast. Erling Haaland with the game-winning goal late in that one. Norway wins 2-1, and then France beats Sweden 3-0 behind Mbappe's 2 goals. NFLPA and Brendan Sorsby, they're not going to be pursuing any further litigation regarding his entry into the NFL. Sorsby will now be focusing on the 2027 NFL Draft. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com. Welcome back. Hope you're having a nice little Proclamation Tuesday.
Love a good Proclamation Tuesday.
We are your sportsmen. My name, Isaac. Hello.
Sada.
Big Sook right over there.
With
Look at him. We also have Stevie Freedom, 250 strong over there. He's dumping in some drops for us at the moment. Working hard on a Tuesday. I do have a proclamation.
Proclaim away.
I proclaim the World Cup trophy to be lame.
Do you know that's the most expensive trophy in the world?
No.
Yes.
But it's lame.
I think they said $20 million.
I also like to state that if you call it the World Cup, much like the Stanley Cup,
shouldn't it be a cup?
There needs to be a cup.
Well, I think it's a cup, but the world is on it. It's in it.
I don't like it.
So it is a cup, but they made the mistake of putting the world on top of the cup.
I think it needs to be better.
I used to have that same opinion because
you no longer do.
Well,
you've softened. I've
softened a little bit because yeah, back in the day, whenever I saw the World Cup, I had the same thing. I was like, really?
Too small.
Like it seems like something you would win like at an MTV Movie Awards. But I've kind of come to appreciate the understated nature of it. Easy to hoist. You can hold it. And the fact that it's like made of solid gold. It's like worth like $20 million. I was like, okay, it doesn't need to be super flashy.
Okay.
I mean, it's no Stanley Cup, but what is?
And therein lies the problem. Like, no, nothing's the Stanley Cup, but if there's one cup or trophy that should rival the Stanley Cup, wouldn't it be the World Cup?
The World Cup. Well, the baseball one sucks.
It's a big deal.
That's the worst trophy because you can't really even hoist it It's all fragile and it's got the flags. That thing's terrible. The Lombardi Trophy, okay. Larry O'Brien, fine. I mean, really, it's the Stanley Cup and everything else. So I have shared your hot take. Soccer Souk, though, I've softened on my anti-World Cup stance. I would just
Can't say anything bad about soccer, can you?
Well, I'll say this. I would like, if you had the exact same cup, but you made it 2.5 times the size,
Yeah.
I think it'd be better.
That's better.
That'd be better.
Yeah, but again, I guess you're saying it is a cup. It doesn't look like a cup.
It feels like a cup. It's just, it's got the ball on top of it. Or maybe it's not.
I don't know that it is.
It feels like, I guess, yeah, now that I'm looking at it, it seems more like a...
It's the world.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know. Is that supposed to be people holding it up? Or is it just...
Hey, here we go.
Yeah.
Now you're coming back.
It's
You're
like
coming back around.
Yeah, I'm coming back around.
It's terrible.
All right, I'm back.
It's a great event.
When's retraction Thursday coming? Because I'm gonna need to I'm gonna need to retract my statement.
Recension. Yeah. Thursday.
Don't worry. Right now I'm okay with it, but I got a good idea.
On Thursday,
on Thursday,
Yeah, just hold that for Thursday.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold it. Okay. As of right now, I'm pro World Cup, but we'll see what happens.
Come Thursday,
yeah.
I'm out.
Because I'm seeing a photo here of Messi holding it.
In his little messy hands.
Yeah, it's like because he's a little fella, and it just it's a little odd for me.
Okay, so a lot going on in sports.
There is a lot going on in sports.
Here's we'll start with the NBA. It does sound like Kawhi Leonard's going to be traded, and he's going to go back to Toronto.
Yeah, so I guess the deal it should be done. World Cup didn't free agency start at 3 today?
Supposedly.
So I guess it's Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick. And an unprotected first-round pick in 2031, 2033, 2027 first-round pick swap, and 2 seconds. Boy, that seems like an awful lot for someone that you had at one point and now is coming back and is a lot older and is hurt a lot. That's a huge haul.
Do you really value Ingram?
Not really.
Do you value Dick?
I don't know enough about Grady Dick.
He sucks.
Okay.
Does he?
I don't think he's very good. I didn't think he's very good at Kansas, and he hasn't done anything in his 2 years in the NBA yet.
So he's
like he wasn't in the rotation last year.
So this is
it's about picks.
This is about picks.
It's all draft picks. Because Brandon Ingram's kind of like the Jeremy Grant contract. Like, yes, good player. You can play him. You can play in postseason basketball, but the contract's huge, and he's not like overly better than anybody else. And so Grady Dick, he's just whatever.
So it's 3. You get 2 players you don't really care about. Ingram is fine. You know, he scores.
Yeah, he's a good fill. Like the Clippers are going to try to win. Like, they're not tanking. They're trying to win. So you add the guy like that.
So you got 3 1s and 2 2s for a guy I think will be 36, and when healthy is still an elite player. And when he's not, he's just not on the floor. But I guess he wants to be back in Toronto. That's the thing is, if you're Kawhi, you should have just stayed in Toronto.
Well, he wants out of America because of the old aspiration deal he had going on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Fleeing the country.
Psh, coward. Psh. I still would have liked Portland to get involved in that. All the negative things I just said about Kawhi Leonard, God, I wish he was in Portland.
I know.
Because if you can keep him healthy, that guy is a true difference maker. And it said that today San Antonio wanted him back. And he had no interest in going back to San Antonio.
He was awesome last year. Kawhi, he was really good.
He was really, really good.
Actually played most of the season for
28, 6, and 4.
Yeah, he was great.
Yeah, didn't San Antonio burn that bridge? With
the
whole doctor thing?
Yeah, that was that whole, yeah. But you would think if you're Kawhi and you're looking to put another championship, imagine Kawhi Leonard in San Antonio with that squad.
I mean, he's won a finals MVP with 2 different teams.
Yes.
That doesn't happen often.
That would have been nasty.
Yeah, but I guess they...
I had to think about it.
Yeah, because he won one in San Antonio and Toronto. You forget that he's a 2-time NBA champion.
Yeah.
If you're San Antonio and you wanted to put yourself over the edge,
that would have been the guy because, and against the Knicks, they couldn't rebound. They would pull Wemby out, and then they'd have all those 4 little guards running around. I mean, Kawhi would be able to grab rebounds.
That would have been terrifying for the rest of the league.
That's kind of like one of the perfect fits, actually. It would have been Kawhi on the Spurs.
Yeah. That's all right. LeBron will go there now.
And yes, this is the moratorium period.
Oh, so even though it technically started, we can't.
No, the
new season starts tomorrow. July 1 is the start of the new season.
They can't sign these deals until July 6th.
Okay.
Right.
So they're saying that they've agreed to trade Kawhi Leonard, even though they won't do it until the 6th.
For Grady Dick. And his the only thing I remember about Grady Dick is the sparkly ruby jacket.
Yeah. For a little homage to Wizard of Oz.
Yeah. And then
he did that, and he did the jersey swap with Anthony Black.
Yes. Yeah. One of the great
so good.
One of the great moments in NBA jersey swap
and
history.
then Nasir Little tweeted out, "Hey, why is everyone tagging me on this post?"
Black Dome.
Just catching strays.
What else? Oh, LeBron says he's told the Lakers he's out of there.
Yeah.
So now we got to wait he's probably going to the Warriors, but knowing LeBron, he's going to drag it out.
You think Bronny has already been locked out of the facility?
Did you catch that?
Yeah, when
his contract became guaranteed yesterday.
That doesn't mean they're going to keep him around.
No, but he got paid.
He gets money.
He got his kid money.
Dude, I want to see how long that kid stays in the league now that dad's gone. Or if he ends up, is that like a package sort of deal? Well, the idea was that Golden State was going to pursue him. Golden State's trying to put together the infinity stones of old creaky players. But if you're LeBron, do you just stay in California? If you're LeBron, do you just go chase a ring?
Miami?
Yeah, Miami, San Antonio,
Cleveland.
Oklahoma City. Does he go back to Cleveland?
Portland's got the mid-level.
Thing is, supposedly he wants a max salary still. So I don't know.
Yeah, Golden State can't swing that. I think Golden State's mid-level only.
Yeah.
If Portland had LeBron James, Damian Lillard,
Drew Holiday,
Klingon,
Denny,
Sharp, and Sharp, and all
championship dynasty.
How good or bad would they be?
Look, LeBron. Say what you will about LeBron in the regular season. I would play him 40 games, and you forget he single-handedly beat the Houston Rockets.
He really did.
And in the second round, when I know they got bounced, he was as good as anyone in that series. That old son of a bitch may be creaky and gray and balding. For all you need to do is freeze him and then thaw him out for the playoffs. That guy can still play.
So how good or bad would they be? LeBron?
I can't decide if I think they'd be good or bad.
They'd be
probably.
They'd be good. I don't think they're championship good, but they're good. They're good. I mean, honestly, think about it. The Blazers,
they're a 6 seed. They're out. They're not in the play-in.
The Blazers were a 7 seed last year, right? And Damian Lillard coming back. Damian Lillard is a top 75 player of all time. If Damian Lillard comes back into 75 to 80% of what he was, even though he's getting older, that makes you significantly better. And then you add, I don't even care about the regular season. You just add in context, arguably the greatest basketball player of all time who can still get it done in the playoffs. Yeah, I mean.
Now the defense would be terrible because LeBron's a bad defender at this point in his career, and you add that with Dame and Ja.
Yeah, it's not.
But offensively.
Yeah. That is true.
They would be.
LeBron used to be a lockdown defender, but it's not.
He doesn't even try anymore.
That doesn't even try anymore. That's a good point.
So there is.
You have to outscore some people, boys.
And they could. I think they'd be getting up and down.
Dude, Denny and LeBron just running the floor together come playoff time.
Just sprinting with the ball.
Just go.
And then Ja as well.
Yeah, just go that way.
Did I just talk myself into this?
I think. Hey, we're on board. Not one, not two. I am interested to see where LeBron goes. Look, say what you will about LeBron, and I know he's a lot, and he can be an eye roll. If he goes to a title contending team,
the Golden State thing would be
fascinating. It would be fascinating.
Okay, so they would have him, Curry,
Draymond, and the whole thing is it's a package deal with AD.
Yeah.
So they'd have to trade Butler to get AD.
Yes.
But Washington came out today and said they have no interest in trading AD. But that can certainly change.
Right.
But Washington kind of gave everyone the middle finger and is like, no, we're keeping AD.
I mean, that would be fascinating.
It would.
So how good would they be?
I kind of want to see him go back to Cleveland.
That's a play-in team, you think?
Yeah.
Really?
They were playing last year. They were 37-45. They aren't, and they brought back Porzingis today. The Warriors did as well.
But Porzingis is always hurt. You figure one of those old asses, like LeBron's eventually going to break down, right?
You would think.
Okay, so do you remember the 04 Lakers when they brought in Karl Malone and Gary Payton?
And what eventually did them in? Injuries.
So I looked at their ages because they had Shaq and Kobe. But in 04, the Lakers, you had Karl Malone was 40.
Yeah.
Payton was 35. Shaq was 32. And Kobe was 25.
Yeah.
Okay, if you put LeBron and AD on the Warriors, LeBron is 41. Curry is 38. Yeah. Green is 36 and AD is 33.
That is old.
They're older than those 04 Lakers. And you remember how much fun we made of them?
Yep.
Because they didn't win the title? Because we thought, oh my God.
When I was reading Jeff Pearlman's book about the Lakers, the Shaq Kobe, really good book, by the way, I highly recommend it. dude, they talk about in that book, even the Lakers talk about just how old and creaky they were.
And this team, these four would be even older.
I'd like to point out that
by a lot.
Dame's about to be 36. Like, and this is the thing about like Ja Morant coming over. Like, how many real more years? Like, LeBron is the freak playing till he's 40. Do you have 3 years left of Damian Lillard? Like that timeline for Dame is going to go real quick to where like at 38 and 39, you often become an absolute sieve on defense. And he wasn't a good defender when he was young. So I have no doubt that Dame can still shoot. I am interested to see of how bad, because he was never a good defender. Is it going to be next year where he comes out and he shoots the ball real well and he gives you 25, but you're like, oh my God, on the other end? Well, him and Ja may be really interesting together. That could be the worst defensive backcourt in the NBA. Maybe the most exciting offensive backcourt, but...
And the thing about Dame is he's always been one of the best shot creators and tough shot maker. Like he takes tough shots and he makes them. I thought when he was in Milwaukee before the injury, he had kind of lost a step already when he was creating his own shot. Now you're talking like that, 36 coming off the Achilles. Is he just a spot-up shooter or is he still creating shots off the dribble? I have faith that Dame will be able to do it, but it won't be to what it was. And so, you're right. I think it could go downhill quickly, although I do think he'll be effective for a year or two. Like, he'll always be able to shoot the basketball, but can he take and make tough shots? I don't know about that.
Hey, I'm interested. It's going to be fun.
It'll be fun.
So a couple of other notes from the NBA. Blazers got two guys today. They retained Robert Williams, 3 years, $44 million.
I was told under no circumstances would any player want to be in Portland due to Tommy Two Nickels, and yet it sounds like the Blazers offered him $12 million, and he was set to leave. And then Robert Williams went to the Blazers and was like, I really want to be here. And I guess he kind of talked him into it. They bumped it up $3 million, got it to 15, and
he loves Ja.
Now Robert Williams said he loved the team. He loved the coach.
Loves Ja.
There was rumors the Celtics and the Lakers were going after him as well.
So look, I mean,
nice player.
I don't know if vibes mean anything,
like him.
But the fact that Robert Williams had his best year in a couple years last year, and again, come playoff time, he played Klingon off the floor. I think that's a great pickup. And again, knowing that Klingon's your guy for the future, all you need to do, get 50, 55 games out of him. I thought that's a great pickup for the Blazers.
You talk about Dame and Ja being maybe the worst backcourt defensively in the league.
One of the best.
Robert Williams, Donovan Klingon defensively, maybe the best 1-2 center in the NBA. Like that is a great combo.
You need depth, you need defense, and you need veterans that set
He's
tone.
a pro, dude.
He sets the tone. Yeah, he's tough. And I like that. Also landing with the Blazers today is Brandon Carlson, 1 year, $2.5 million. He is a whitey from Oklahoma City
with a headband. Who's
played Mormon.
He played at Utah,
but he's tall.
I'm not happy about this because it means that the big tariff. I don't want him cutting into the Youngers minutes.
Well, he's going to.
Damn it. I did love when Quick.
Oh my God!
Quick had the report yesterday that even after the Robert Williams thing, that they were looking for another big, and people were like, "Why?" You're like, "Well,
hey, last 2 games of the season, he got a lot of run, averaged about 40 minutes a game, 26 points, 10 rebounds, 23 points, 12 rebounds."
We're gonna have to wait.
Brendan Carlson.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Young.
Carlson last year when Thunder were just resting everybody. He played the last 2 games and they dominated.
So clearly,
sign him up.
The final piece is in place.
Dominant.
Well, if we watched Oklahoma City in the playoffs, you did not see him.
No, you did not.
No,
but he's now Blazer.
He's on that Mason Plumlee plan where he was wearing ankle socks and a headband.
Kelly Olynyk.
Yeah, Kelly Olynyk. Carlson, you're in. What?
I don't have socks on.
Not even wearing. It's like, just get out there. It's my favorite moment of that series.
You can't convince me
Kelly Olynyk
he thought he was not getting in the game at all.
Kelly Olynyk wore like low top Converse sneakers with no socks because he did not think he was going to play, and he had to play like 3 minutes. Love it.
So the other one is Pistons have agreed to a sign and trade with the Kings to send Sacramento Jalen Duren.
Yeah, well, that was the
How about that?
That was the big question because he was breakout year last year, but then he just was cheeks in the playoffs. So it was kind of one of those things of how much money people were saying how much money did he cost himself with that playoff run? Well, I guess he got himself shipped out of town.
We'll find out. Sacramento actually got a good player. No.
Well, I mean, you got a good regular season player.
I mean, the Kings are the one team. We were talking about this on the golf course the other day. How many teams have lapped the Blazers over these years that they've just been kind of mediocre? pretty much everyone in the West. The one team that hasn't is Sacramento.
Yeah, they just
have never done anything.
Now, I don't want to say you're wrong, but that's not officially a thing yet.
What, the
Jalen
sign-in
Duren?
trade?
No. That's there's interest. There's a definite mutual interest.
Oh, I thought they said they agreed to it.
No.
Much like the Kawhi trade.
No, but Jalen Duren also, there's reports that he wants to go play for Boston.
Oh, okay.
But that has been talked about, the Sacramento stuff, that Sacramento is willing to give him all this money, where I think, as you said, Suk, the Pistons may not have wanted to give him all that money, where the Kings are like, yeah, we'll give you all this money.
Because he was the most improved player last year, wasn't he?
No, Nickeil Alexander-Walker was, but Jalen Duren was like 20 and 10.
Yeah,
and he had an all-star.
Yeah, and then the postseason hit.
And then he was terrible in the postseason.
Well, if I know anything about the NBA, Blazer fans know this well. Good players like that, or a player that a team like Boston wants, usually Boston gets him over Sacramento.
Yes.
Much like Miami gets him over Portland.
Yes.
It's the same thing. So if that's true and Boston wants him, I'm guessing the Celtics will probably get him and not the Kings, because that's the way the NBA works.
It does appear to be that way, unless you're just willing to ridiculously overpay,
right,
which Sacramento can do. Sacramento loves handing out big contracts to average players. I mean, whether that's Sabonis, Fox, like, they're all good players, and that's the deal with the NBA, especially with the second apron now and like the tax. You've seen New York, you've seen Boston, like, they're reluctant to pay two megastars, and if you pay one or two of the wrong guys, you just get stuck in hell. Where, someone's willing to give them the money, but not all guys that are making $60 million a year are created equally. And I think that's one of the biggest issues with the NBA is you have a lot of guys that are fine, that are making star-level money and think they're star-level players.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I'm fine.
We got to get to today at the World Cup.
It's not going to be last night at the World Cup. Dude, last night at the World Cup was insane.
Awesome.
Well, maybe it will be last night at the World Cup then.
Well, we've seen a couple of the games so far, and let me tell you,
penalty kicks, baby.
Sweden and France was not one of those games.
Are penalty kicks cool or not?
Well, let's get to it next.
All right.
I think that's a good discussion, actually. I like them, but I know a lot of people hate them. All right, so we will talk about today and last night at the World Cup next.
from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, Portland Trailblazers a day after making the Ja Morant trade have made a couple more deals today. First, they signed backup center Robert Williams, bringing him back on a 3-year, $44 million deal. And now Shams is reporting just a couple minutes ago that Brendan Carlson has agreed to a 1-year, $2.5 million deal to sign with the Trailblazers. Carlson, 7-footer, was with OKC a season ago. LeBron James, he's informed the Lakers that the franchise can move on without him because he will be playing elsewhere and will not be going back to LA as LeBron is now a free agent. The Clippers, they're trading Kawhi Leonard back to the Raptors where he won a championship. In exchange, the Clippers will be getting Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick, 2 first-round picks, a pick swap, and a second-rounder. Norway defeated Ivory Coast today in the round of 32 of the World Cup. Erling Haaland, game-winning goal, his 5th of the tournament. Then France defeated Sweden 3-0. Mbappe, 2 goals in that one. NFLPA and Brendan Sorsby, they're not going to be pursuing any further litigations regarding his entry to the NFL. Sorsby will now be focusing on the 2027 NFL Draft. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
This is called My Hometown. Copyright free music here on the show.
That's how we do it.
Everyone is asking why the other shows don't have to play copyright free music. And I don't actually know the answer to that.
They will be.
They will.
I'm just ahead of the curve.
Oh. Little producer flex.
Yeah, that's
Look
right.
at that.
Right over there. Because Swag's out of town, so he's...
Yeah.
And he probably doesn't want to do it anyway.
Yeah, it took a lot, but I did it.
Take some time. You just powered through it.
I listened to a lot of really bad copyright-free music.
Yeah.
Because you're a pro.
Sales, man. It comes down to that. Like, if you're asking why we're doing it, sales.
Well, yeah. So if actually the real answer is if
YouTube.
we on YouTube and the podcast even too, I think, right?
Yes.
We can't play copyrighted music. We'd have to cut it out.
Yes.
So in order to not cut anything out, so we can just play it as
To
is
monetize.
and stream it live to monetize it.
Yes.
We have to play copyright-free music. It's a very Odyssey thing.
An Odyssey station.
And we'll probably be sold soon anyway, so don't worry about it.
They will be back to regular music.
Yeah, exactly.
But for the time being, get ready for, Critical Red or whatever the hell it is.
Get ready for My Hometown.
That was My Hometown.
We're going to play Beef Slap coming up next.
So today at the World Cup, Norway 2-1 win over Ivory Coast. Good little game.
Yeah.
Good little match.
For a brief moment there, Ivory Coast, when they scored that goal, there was some panic.
Yeah, so we thought maybe we were headed for PKs again because it was just 1-1 for the longest time.
Yep.
But go-ahead goal in the 86th minute, and then France took care of Sweden to advance. It was 3-0. It was not close.
No, it was not.
So France advances. Now, last night we had 2 games go to penalty kicks. Of course, Paraguay over Germany, which we were talking about here because it was on while we were on.
Mm-hmm.
So Germany's out. And then Morocco in the nightcap beat the Netherlands in penalty kicks.
Those were both like huge upsets.
Yeah.
Germany and the Netherlands were supposed to be 2 of the better teams. And I saw that's the earliest the Netherlands have ever been bumped from the World Cup.
And I think that was Stevie Fire's team. He loved the Netherlands.
I was on board with the Netherlands, man. So I got to find a new team.
So already in the next round of 16, we already have Brazil and Norway, which will be an epic clash.
I think I'm hopping on Norway, although they'll probably lose to Brazil. But Holland's awesome.
Hey,
Their fans are great.
Japan took Brazil to the wire.
They're a good little team too. Yeah.
And then Paraguay and France, Canada and Morocco are already set. And then, of course, we still have the other games to go. Tomorrow, we get old Bosnia versus the United States, and that'll be on while we're on.
Don't forget about Herzegovina.
Yeah, I forget about them.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Mainly,
they're people too.
We have to beat Bosnia, then we have to beat the Hertz Rental Car Company, and away we go.
So, penalty kicks to end the game. How do we feel about it?
Well, I know soccer purists hate it. It would be the idea.
Well, I can see why.
Well, it's the idea of like if Major League Baseball goes into extra innings and no one scores after 12, you go to a home run derby.
Right.
I get why it sucks, but for the casual fan, it's freaking awesome. There is no. I always say like in playoff hockey, sudden death is the most like nerve-wracking thing. Because so many times in playoff hockey, guys are tired and just a puck gets thrown at the net, a weird deflection, and it's over in an instant. I think the shootout might be more nerve-wracking. Just the idea of like, you're standing 12 yards away and the goalie's there, and it's just, you can feel the pressure. And so I guess like both the Netherlands and Germany had players refuse to kick. So you line up your 5 guys, and with Germany, it went to the 6, and they said 3 separate German players apparently have no testicles, and they said they didn't want to take it. They said the nerves, and so they went to
You got baby nuts.
they went down to the 4th guy, and he's the one that Shankapotted is, but at least he had never taken a penalty kick before. And then one of the Netherlands, I guess, best players was slated to take a kick, and he said right at the end, they said that he, quote, felt something and didn't want to do it.
Wow.
Like, that blows my mind that you have guys on the biggest stage. Imagine being in an NFL huddle, overtime, 4th down, and you're like, hey, man, we're throwing this slot fade to you. And the receiver's like, nah,
No.
I'm not really feeling it, guys. I'm a little nervous. So I just think that pressure, like
That's wild.
you had players refusing to take kicks.
And you can feel the pressure just watching it.
Dude, and that's, as a lay fan, I think it's awesome.
I think it's great too.
Because it is really, really dramatic.
Yeah.
And that goes, and they were talking about it on the broadcast, I think it was the Morocco one, where they were saying, like, because I think it's unbelievable. These guys are world-class soccer players.
Yeah.
And they somehow miss the net with, like, it's one thing to get a penalty kick blocked. That I get.
Yeah.
But when they miss the net, like they shank them or like that blows me away that they are capable of even doing that. You would think you could at least kick it to where it would go in if the goaltender wasn't there, or goalkeeper, wasn't there. But they miss them right and left. And they were talking about on the broadcast, like, it is the pressure. Like, those guys,
100%.
that is as pressure-packed of a moment as you will find in sports.
Because it's supposed to be an automatic thing.
That's right. It should be. That's what I'm saying. It should not. You should not kick it 25 rows up when you are 12. What'd you say? 12 yards?
I think it's 12 yards.
How do you do that?
The craziest part to me is when the goalie guesses wrong and they still miss it wide.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
The goalie goes right, you kick it left, you still kick it wide. Like, has to be a terrible feeling. Like, I just let my country down and I had a wide open shot.
Well, yeah, and it's also like,
then they make it when the goalie guesses right. They make the shot because they kick it so well.
Yeah, and
they go upper corner. It's like, oh, awesome.
Yeah, and that's but did you see the and I forget which team? I think it was the Moroccan goalkeeper who duped,
psyched him out.
Yeah.
Dude, that was awesome.
And then he gave it to Mutombo. He just stuck his hand out.
So here's what happened. Nope. So the Netherlands guy is sitting there getting ready to make his kick, and he's like, looking around. It's like, what am I going to do?
What's he doing?
What am I going to do?
They were doing that little weird feetsy run. That seemed odd.
Well, and then the goaltender from Morocco shifted. So he kind of gave him the right side of, if you're looking at the net, he kind of gave him the right side.
Yeah.
But then he started moving his arms over that way as if he was going to indicate that he was diving that way. Well, he didn't dive that way. So the kick went left, and homeboy didn't dive. He just blocked it.
Yeah.
Like a Shaq.
It was unbelievable.
Dude, that was amazing.
So you had a couple great saves. You had a couple guys that just were shanking them. That drama last night. And the crowd reactions, grown men weeping, hugging each other. It was awesome. Last night was as fun a night as I've had watching sport in a long, long time. And I'm not even this is like my first World Cup that I've actually watched beginning to end. And it's like appointment viewing for me now. I go home and it's like, no, this is what I'm doing. I got to turn it on.
You know, my wife's into it too.
Yeah.
She's watching it with me. She's like, wow,
I had
this is really cool.
Yeah, I had the whole family. Although my gal was being quite racist where she claimed all the Moroccan players looked alike. I was like, that's problematic. She thought it was one guy taking all the kicks. I was like, no. She goes, well, they all look alike. From the Asian, by the way.
Tonight we get Mexico v. Ecuador, and that's in Mexico City.
That atmosphere is going to be incredible.
Well, did you see what the Mexican fans did last night?
Yeah, they stayed up outside of the Ecuador hotel.
The World Cup is great.
Yeah.
They did. They were outside of the Ecuador hotel partying and screaming and yelling all night.
To keep them up.
That's fantastic.
It is. That's like Lawrence Taylor used to send hookers over to his opponents' hotels, allegedly, the night before games, with the idea of you just keep them up and maybe do a couple lines, see what happens.
And then USA plays tomorrow night at 5.
Yeah.
They're playing Bosnia and Herzegovina.
It'll be a bummer. I wish I wanted to watch that, but we'll have to watch it in studio. That because like the bars around town, the bar I normally drink at, Jerry's, like you for those games, like if you don't show up like a half hour, 45 minutes early, you can't get in the door. Like some of these bars, like it is packed for a soccer game. It's freaking awesome.
So they're playing at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara.
They said the get-in price is the second most expensive ticket ever, besides Super Bowl at Santa Clara. I think I saw the get-in price about $1,400 right now for a single seat nosebleed section in Santa Clara.
And I was looking at the lines. Bosnia and Herzegovina, big underdog.
Big dogs.
In this game.
Well, you look at I mean, I know the U.S., there's a debate about how good the United States is, right?
Well, we'll find out.
You know, Paraguay, who just got done beating Germany, we beat the brakes off of Paraguay. And they just knocked off the Germans, so maybe there's an element of, maybe we can make a run at this. Although if you look at the path, even if we get by,
so who do we play then?
It's a rough go. I'll pull it up.
I think it's Belgium.
I saw who we'd have to go through if chalk holds. It's Belgium. I think Argentina's on our side. I think France is on our side.
By the way, Belgium.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm a soccer expert now because I watched the World Cup once.
Yeah.
And Belgium is awesome. They're going to be very hard to stop.
I'm going to pull up our path.
They're very aggressive.
Although I thought I heard that they hadn't been playing very good in this tournament.
Well, maybe not.
Yeah, so I got them winner of USA takes on the winner of Belgium, Senegal.
Yeah.
And then it would be Spain, Austria, Portugal, or Croatia. After that.
Yeah, we're screwed. But hey,
we have
if you get through to the 16, that's good.
Yes.
That's good.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. So just win this game.
Yeah.
And then
I think if you get by this, I honestly think you are probably at that point playing with house money. Anything you do from there is you've had a good showing. You kind of cemented your place. You're no longer the tussling your hair. This would be a big moment.
Okay, something I loved and hated today. Next.
The fans. 1080 AM, The Fan.
So the other thing that happened today in sport was that the greatest female athlete of all time, Serena Williams, returned to the court.
Yes.
At Wimbledon. And boy, I tell you, I love her. Closet Serena fan here.
Why do you have to be in the closet about it?
Well, because I've never really talked about her.
Oh, okay.
I just really like her.
Oh, yeah.
I've always liked her. She's unbelievable to watch, or was.
I mean, most people consider her the greatest female tennis player of all time and one of the best tennis players, period, of all time.
Well, I opened by saying I think she's the greatest female athlete of all time. Like, not just tennis. Like, she's a legend.
Yes.
So she's back. And she played singles. Now, she plays doubles Thursday with Venus, I think.
Yeah.
And she can, doubles, she'll be fine because she doesn't have to move.
You don't have to move around as much.
But I tell you what, I watched her today, and I loved that she was back, and I loved that it was on ESPN, but boy, I hated that.
Yeah.
Because
she was playing against a 20-year-old...
yeah, this girl was 20. She's from Australia. Her name's Maya Joint. And boy, let me tell you something. She tried to choke it away multiple times.
Yeah, because it went 3 sets.
It was a terrible match. And I mean, terrible.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's like watching Willie Mays stumble around the outfield.
Well, she looked old and slow.
She's like 40. She'll be 45 this year.
She's 44.
Yeah.
And it's Ozempic Serena. Like she's on,
Yeah, I know.
I hated it.
Yeah. It's rough. But at the same time, like...
And it was not a thriller. The ESPN.com thing says, oh, Serena loses in a thriller. Dude, that was the opposite of a thriller. That little 20-year-old was scared S-less and tried to lose.
And still.
And still won.
Yeah.
And I even had the thought, I'm going to go bet against that Joint girl in the second round, because everybody now is going to be like, oh, you beat Serena. Wow. Oh, my God. Yeah. I could have beat Serena.
One of the hardest things...
Well, maybe not.
One of the hardest things in sports is watching one of your heroes stay too long. It's rough.
Well, but she didn't stay. She came back.
She came back.
And that was the question I wanted to ask. What is the... okay, 2 questions. When I was sitting there watching her, I'm going, this sucks. But I watched it. It's like, it's cool. And she bowed out. She was gracious about it.
Sure.
The first question is, what is the greatest sports comeback of all time from an athlete? And the second question is, does it ever look good when a legend returns like that?
Okay, I got a couple. The first one that comes to mind, and it's not quite the same because he wasn't like, there needs to be like a pre-40, post-40, or maybe like in your late 30s. But
well, how long was the layoff too? I think that matters.
Ali was gone for like 3.5 or 4 years because of the war thing, and he got stripped of the heavyweight title and exiled from the sport. I want to say it was for 3 or 4 years, and he came back and he knocked out George Foreman. That to me is the great. And Foreman at the time was the scariest thing. Like, he couldn't be beat. He was this absolute monster. And, they go and rumble in the jungle, and I don't know if it gets any better than that.
Do you count Jordan?
Yeah, I was going to say, the other one to me that comes up, I think Ali, and I think of Jordan retiring and coming back. But again, he came back
still in his prime.
He was still in his prime.
Yeah, but that one, I don't know. You're not talking about Wizards.
No, I'm talking about come back to the Bulls.
Yeah.
Come back to the Bulls.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
And then the other one would be Tiger coming back and winning the Masters. Was that 2019, 2020?
Well, he won one tournament, but we're also forgetting that he came back and looked awful.
I know. But he did
for the longest time.
did come back and he won the Masters. I mean, that was like when he had the spinal fusion, and it was like, is he ever going to play again and give it up? And he came back and he won the Masters. Now it stayed bad. It was like, it was a brief moment. He came back and showed you could do it one more time, and then everything else went to S. But like that was good. Those are the 3 that come to mind for me.
So it can look good
for a brief moment, but it never lasts.
Because we're fascinated with the comeback. We love it.
Yes.
But it's always
it's short-lived.
Disappointing.
It's almost always disappointing, and even the ones that aren't are 100% short-lived. Someone point out, George Foreman came back in his 40s and knocked out Michael Moore to win the heavyweight title. That's another one. But then again, what happened the very next fight? Evander Holyfield knocked him into the oblivion.
Tom Brady retired once and then came back.
There you go. Yeah. And it wasn't.
You're talking about the Tampa?
Yeah, the Tampa. He came back. And
he was retired?
Yeah, he retired. He retired for like a week.
Yeah, that doesn't really count.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, it doesn't. That was a little soft. Yeah, Ted Williams, but again, he didn't retire. He left to go fight in a war.
Well, the
war is different, and that's why the Ali one, it's wonky because he missed a couple years of his prime, but he's still, when he came back, it's still early 30 Muhammad Ali. It's the idea of coming back. I'll say this: if you come back after the age of 35, it doesn't go well ever. I think, what do they say? Your reaction time. I want to say it's after the age of 20, or I think it's 20. I think it was in that book. Was it The Sports Gene? They said after the age of 20, your reaction time worsens by 10 to 15% every decade. So by the time you hit your mid 30s, you are literally 15 to 20% slower in everything you do. And you think in the terms of an elite athlete, that's the difference between being great and looking terrible. And when it does go bad, it's shocking how bad it can look.
It does look bad. What about Josh Hamilton? He was out of the league for almost 3 years. He was out of the league for 3 years.
Good one.
Came back.
That's a great one, actually.
And was good.
So it was drugs. So he was still,
But he was out of baseball for almost 3 years, it says.
But he was a better player. His best stuff was after he came back.
Yes.
So it wasn't like a retirement.
Yes.
It was just he had a drug problem.
Yeah.
So that one's
because he was drafted number 1 overall.
Yeah, and then he
failed,
flamed out, got
came
sober,
back.
came back, and was really good.
Yes.
Yeah. So again, different, young.
Right.
I mean, it's
because he came back in his prime.
It's a youth thing. If you're young, you're spry, you can come back. I just always feel bad when guys stick around too long. It sours, and that's the thing. I'll give LeBron credit. Dude, that dude's old as dirt, and yet he hasn't embarrassed himself. He hasn't. He's still, that playoff run that he went. Playoff run. His performance in the playoffs, that's amazing. Whatever he's on, and God bless the chemist that came up with it, get yourself some of that. Because he's not what he once was, but Brady was that way. Bonds was that way. Father Time is undefeated, but there's some guys that have made it 15 rounds and they lose in a decision. Bonds, those guys, they didn't leave the game because they were bad. They just left the game because enough was enough. Tom Brady didn't leave the game because he couldn't play anymore. It's just, I've lost my family and I don't want to do it anymore. It's such a grind to do that, day after day after day.
The other thing, too, is that gal that beat Serena today, Maya Joint, she's 20, we said. She's 20, and she looked every bit of 20. Then they interviewed her after. She was terrified to even speak.
Yeah.
That had to have been wild, being on the court with Serena.
Sure.
She was born in 2006. Serena had already won 7 Grand Slams when she was born. And then she goes out and has to play her in the first round.
How intimidating would that be?
Yeah.
Totally. And she even said it.
But then you realize as you start playing that she kind of sucks, and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, but
this is Serena?
But if you didn't watch it, she does suck. Serena was not, she couldn't hit her first serve in, ever.
Yeah.
She was making unforced error after unforced error. She couldn't really move that well at all.
No.
Maya Joint knew this and was still, because the crowd was all for Serena, this young 20-something girl, 20-year-old girl.
Yeah, 20.
Almost
succumbed to the pressure.
Succumbed to the whole thing.
Yeah.
Succumbed. What? What's that word?
Succumbed to the pressure.
Yeah, succumb. Yeah.
Gave into.
Yeah.
I do that all the time. You can't find it, you're like, we'll find a new word. You ever do that where you're typing something?
God.
And spell check doesn't even know you're typing? You're like, you know what? I'm just going to
explain it. Yeah.
I'm just going to come up with a new word for this.
It was basically like, get the ball back over the net. She'll screw it up, and Joint couldn't do that. But then she ended up beating her. Yeah. But
well, and maybe this is it. Maybe she just needed one more tip of the cap, but hopefully this is it. Because it sucks watching your heroes be old, slow, and pathetic. Now, I guess golf is in the same way. Have you ever competed against someone that's like half your age, whether that's tennis, basketball, something like that?
Well, golf is like that.
Is golf like that? Because
I got a friend that I play with whose kid, is going down to play college golf, and he bombs it by me.
Yeah.
And says he mishits it.
Yeah. You're like, oh. When you get old and you see, like, Stevie, do you still play basketball?
I don't really play that much more.
Yeah, it's
because I suck.
As you get older, and when you go against someone, even if they're not as good as you or good as you were, dude, the you thing, it's
a real thing.
It's alarming, and it's just you're like, oh my god, and
because you start feeling it, you're like, oh, I could do something again, and I try to make a move, and it's like, I just kind of throw my body at people now.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where sometimes you have to. Especially if you do like some of the combat gym stuff, you just have to look at the 22-year-old and be like, dude, I love you, but no. Like, you go find someone else. Because guys will come up to you and be like, hey, do you want to spar? And you're like, no. You're like, how old are you again? No. Because it's just like, even if they're not skilled, they're just so fast. And the reaction is just, you can't. And it sucks, but you all have to realize that at some point when you get old, you're like, you can't do it anymore.
They don't pull muscles.
No.
Little bastards.
No, they do not.
They're like Gumby.
And then the next day, like you go back the next day and you feel like you're going to die. And that kid's like, oh, it's great. Let's do it again. No.
Yeah, he probably went out and had 25 drinks.
Yeah.
Come back the next day.
Father Time is undefeated.
All right, we have to move on to the club. New study next.
It's from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, after a day after the Blazers make a trade for Ja Morant, they make a couple more moves today. First, they signed Robert Williams, backup center, bringing him back 3-year deal worth $44 million. And then later on, they are signing Brandon Carlson to a 1-year, $2.5 million deal. Carlson, 7-footer, played for OKC a season ago. LeBron James, he's informed the Lakers that the franchise can move on without him because he's going to play elsewhere next year, will not be going back to LA. So LeBron now a free agent. Clippers, they are sending Kawhi Leonard back to Toronto with the Raptors, where he won his title. In exchange, the Clippers will be getting Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick, a couple first-round picks, a swap, and a couple second-rounders. In the World Cup today, Norway defeated Ivory Coast 2-1 in the round of 32. Erling Haaland, game-winning goal, and that one late in that one. And then France defeated Sweden 3-0, and that one later on. Mexico takes on Ecuador. NFLPA and Brandon Sorsby, they are not going to pursue any further litigations regarding his entry to the NFL. Sorsby going to focus on the 2027 NFL Draft. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Be there. You ought to go.
The only thing that's off limits are the words you can't say thanks to the FCC.
They don't know what the f*** they're doing. Do you understand that?
We've given away too much to arrive at these political compromises. Yeah.
Google me, bitch.
Oh no, oh no.
Well, my.
Ahoy! I'm fine.
What?
What?
John, no.
Big deal.
So,
Okay, we apologize.
It's time for the club, baby. On 105.1 and 1080, The Fan.
I'm trying to picture the doo-doo hole here.
it just seems so obvious to me.
What up,
It's,
little sports bunnies? What are you guys doing out there?
every time I hear that McConaughey, that was his first,
What McConaughey?
the McConaughey clip from.
Did I just play one?
You did. From
Really?
well, it was in the Open. The
The Open.
Yeah, full Kigs. Everyone's going to be there.
Oh, yeah.
Wooderson from Days and Confused. That was his first acting role ever, and he was only in the movie for like 8 minutes. He's like the bit part. That might be the greatest bit part. Like, that movie was not like a giant financial success, but it became like an iconic thing. And he was like the definition of a throwaway character. Like, he had like one line in the original movie, but he was good, so they wrote him in a couple more parts. And that, like, everyone, they all right, and that, like, he is iconic. Like, he gave his Oscar speech, and he started with, all right. It's weird how it's sometimes in movies you can get one thing like that that's such a tiny little role, and you don't think anything of it, got paid like $5,000 to do it. And one, it led to this amazing, career, and that thing has still stood the test of time. Like, everyone knows when you hear that's McConaughey, and everyone knows Wooderson. It's just, that stuff always I'm always, I don't know, intrigued by that. Why certain things, even though they're small like that, just end up becoming part of the lexicon.
Would Tom Cruise Tropic Thunder role be similar?
Yeah. Tom Cruise, though, it was still a star. But yes, like a little tiny role that wasn't supposed to be a big deal. And Les Grossman and all, like, everyone knows that. Whether you've seen Tropic Thunder or not, you're familiar with Les Grossman. And, like, they didn't even think they could get him to do it. They're like, hey, Tom, we got this, like, bit part for you. Do you want to... And I guess Tom Cruise said that... I saw an interview with Stiller, and he said that when he called Tom Cruise, he thought he was just gonna get told to go blank himself. And Cruise said, I'll do it under 2 conditions. He said, one, I want giant hands. Ben Stiller was like, what? He goes, I don't know. I think it'd be funny if I had giant hands. So they gave him giant prosthetic hands, and they said that Stiller said that Cruise was working on some movie where he was going to have to hip hop dance, and it fell through. And so he'd been taking these hip hop lessons for like a couple months, and Cruise goes, I want to dance. So he goes, if you give me giant hands and you give me a scene where I dance, I'll do it. And Ben Stiller was like, done. So they ended up writing this part for him, and they said when they first did it, it was so good, they had to have him in more parts of the movie. And he became like a central character to it.
You think Tom Cruise actually has a sense of humor?
I love Tom Cruise.
Do you think it'd be fun to hang out with Tom Cruise?
I want to say yes, but the answer to it is probably no.
He doesn't seem that cool.
But he does the coolest things. Like,
yeah, I know, but that doesn't make him cool. He's just a great actor.
Yeah, but like he's so interesting. Is he? He is. Like he.
Is he?
I think
I don't know that he is.
I think he is. And he's weird as hell.
Now that I know.
I know.
Definitely weird. But I'm just saying, like, if we all went over to Tom Cruise's house.
Oh, dude, I would.
And we're sitting down to break some bread.
Yeah.
And he pours some wine, and we get to going. Is that amazing, or are we like?
See, I want to say it's amazing because of my love for it, but in reality, it's.
Are we walking out of there going?
I think we're probably walking out of there going, oh my god.
Tom.
What? I'm guessing he's good. I think it starts off cool, but eventually he
tell you the same stories over and over.
Yeah, and then it gets into like weird. He starts talking about the universe and the whole weird religion thing, and yeah, it's probably not. McConaughey, on the other hand, like that, you're gonna have a great time. McConaughey, Woody Harrelson, that's what you want. I want Tom Cruise to be awesome and to leave there being like that's the coolest man on the planet, but it's probably not. I think most guys are going to probably end up disappointing you. And I think behind closed doors, that dude is wackadoo. But I think he's the greatest. I can say he's the greatest actor. He is the greatest movie star of all time, is Tom Cruise.
Is he married again?
I don't think so. I think he's
single.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah. Like I said, dude. Behind closed doors, I'm guessing there is some weird, because like the stories coming out about like Nicole Kidman and like then was it the Katie? Who was his second wife? It was Katie Cruz, but it was she's a famous actress.
Katie Holmes.
Katie Holmes. Yeah, man. There's like rumors and like they all stay quiet about it in NDAs. Yeah, that dude's into weird stuff.
Yeah. Have you seen the latest Tom Cruise dating rumor?
What's that?
All right, I'm gonna test you. Take a guess. She's an actress.
Okay.
She recently kind of had a comeback. Sort of.
Ugh.
Does that do anything for you? At one time, super hot.
Super hot. Elizabeth Shue.
No.
I love Elizabeth Shue. She an older guy? Because Tom Cruise is like in his 60s.
Yeah, Tom Cruise is 63. Let me see how old she is here.
Yeah. Whoever he's dating must like now rich old lesbians because that's what Tom Cruise looks like now.
These are just rumors. There's no...
Rumors.
Yeah,
just rumors.
Nothing to it, potentially.
I don't know.
She is 59.
Oh, that's way... Like, there's no way. Tom Cruise isn't dating someone age appropriate. Are you kidding me?
Well, apparently he reached out to her recently to praise her for her big comeback role.
What are you, like Helen Hunt? I'm trying to think of just old actresses.
And now apparently they're boinking Pam Anderson.
Oh, really?
I actually thought that, but I thought she was dating
Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
No, I think that's fake. That turned out to
was that just for that one movie?
I thought they were, yeah.
Because that was honestly my first thought. I was like, oh, she's dating Neeson because of that movie.
Yeah.
Now this is from Yahoo.
Okay.
They say that there's definitely a spark between Cruise and Pam. People have noticed it, mentioned it to Tom. She's a huge cinephile. That's something they really have bonded over, and they can talk for hours about films and the business.
Huh.
So
it seems horrible to talk about films with him for hours.
100%.
I don't know.
Like how long before you're bored? Now Suk would love it.
I would love it,
but I still think
I would.
He loves movies. Yeah.
I
know that, but
dude, I think
Tom Cruise I think you would even get bored. Tom Cruise is sitting there talking. He's on such another level that you would just be like, dude, shut up.
Yeah.
One of two things would happen. Either I would end up in love with him and ask Tom Cruise to marry me, or I would.
Or you would punch him.
Or I would
right
punch
in
him.
the face.
Yeah, it's one of two.
Yeah, you'd go gay for him, or you'd punch him.
Yeah, it's one of the two. And I don't know which one is more likely. I'd power bottom for him, or I would power bomb him.
We should have done it for the gays.
I'm gay. I enjoy listening to people though. Like Quentin Tarantino is really insufferable, like beyond insufferable. But listening to him talk about film, I can listen as long as I'm interested in it. I can listen to a master talk about their craft all day. That stuff fascinates me. And as long as I have some level of interest in it, and so when he talks about it and he goes on, he has a book, the audiobook, he reads it, it is incredible. Now, it's beyond self-serving, and Quentin Tarantino loves him some him. But from him, because I know he's such a master at his craft, it doesn't seem braggadocious or douchey. And I think Cruise may be that way. I think it, but I'm not certain. It'd be like listening to like Tiger Woods talk about like the golf swing. Like, wouldn't you be interested in that? Or would it be?
I mean, only to a certain extent. I mean, I don't want to have a dinner about it. I mean,
like, I'd love to hear Tiger's stories. I don't want to hear him talk about my golf swing.
Yeah, because I couldn't. I mean, he's Tiger Woods. Because I'm not Tiger. That.
So I would love to hear Tom Cruise's stories that he has. I don't need his opinions on movies.
Yeah, see, this is why I think that's right. I think Tom Cruise, if you sit down at his dinner table, I think you're getting fewer stories and more conversation,
opinions,
which is probably pretty uncomfortable. Whereas if you sit down with George Clooney or Matt McConaughey, these guys get the bit. They're just telling stories. They know what you want to hear. They're going to make it fun. Yeah. You're going to get drunk and have a great time and maybe sleep with one of them. If he wanted, if they want you.
Probably.
George.
You can't turn them down.
Well, it is true. Like, there's a difference between the people that I'm the biggest fan of aren't necessarily the people that I would want to sit down with. That's 100% true. Like, if you had to create your perfect dinner, like your dinner table, there was a great Curb Your Enthusiasm episode about that, where you need, what was Larry? He's the great facilitator.
He's the middle.
He's the perfect middle
because he can deflect everywhere.
Yeah, you need the middle. And if you're creating your ultimate celebrity dinner party, it can't be the people that you're the biggest fan of or the best at something. That's a carefully curated table. And while Tom Cruise is maybe in my opinion, the greatest movie star of all time, I'm not certain that Tom Cruise would make my Hollywood dinner party. If he did, it would simply be because I love Tom Cruise.
It'd be very risky.
It would, 100%. 100%. Like, Clooney to me isn't even in the same category as Tom Cruise.
But you'd much rather
I'd rather hang with Clooney.
Exactly. And maybe even Pitt.
If he didn't get drunk.
Who?
Pitt.
What, does he get drunk now?
Oh, well, he used to. I think he's gotten better, but he was it was bad. Like, none of his kids talk to it. It's rough.
Yeah. Is he like, who's the Johnny Depp?
Yeah.
He and Johnny D.
Exactly. You can't bring Johnny Depp to your party.
No.
Because he ruins it.
He ruins it.
He might be fun for a little bit, and then he goes over the line and ruins the entire party.
Again, therein lies the question. See, with Cruise, he can't make your party, but he might break it. Johnny Depp may make your dinner party the greatest dinner party of all time, but he could also trash it. So at least with Depp, there's a risk reward.
I tell you what, your friends at your party will always remember that one with Johnny Depp.
Yes.
Yeah. That'll be a memorable party either way.
All right, so Johnny Depp or Tom Cruise? Dinner invite. Who are you giving it to?
I'd go Cruise. I think it's just more safe. Depp,
I think I want a piece of Depp.
Steven's not willing to risk.
No.
He's not willing to gobble.
I feel like Depp could ruin relationships that you've had, like long-lasting relationships with what he does.
He's gonna end up sleeping with your wife.
Yeah. Sleeping with you.
Sleeps with you.
I just think Cruise is gonna be boring. Like, he's just gonna be a boring dinner party guest, but you have other guests to compensate.
I think Cruise is gonna be uptight. I need the party.
Yeah.
Depp. I need it looser. And it ain't gonna be Cruz.
You imagine Johnny Depp shows up with his 17 scarves and his hat askew just so. And,
Smelling like patchouli.
yeah, you're like, oh my God, it's Johnny Depp.
Yeah, see, I'll take Cruz.
Yeah, I bet you Depp, before he gets housed, would probably be pretty nice.
I bet she'd be great.
Yeah, he seems like a pretty nice guy.
Yeah.
And then we could ask him about Amber Heard's
Turds.
Kick him
bed
out,
poop.
kick him out after he gets super drunk.
Yeah, and bring in Tom Cruise.
Is that like going to the bullpen? You're like, hey, dude, it's good. And like Tom, Tom's waiting in the wings.
Tom just comes out of the closet. Hey,
He's like, yeah, coming in. Like, I was thinking, like, he's nowhere near my hierarchy of awesome actors, but like I've always thought that like Vince Vaughn, like if you had a dinner party, my middle would probably be Vince Vaughn.
He'd be great.
If I got to go Larry David middle, I think
don't you think Larry David needs to be at this party?
Oh, of course.
He's the ultimate.
He's the
I
ultimate.
mean, my God.
You can't. Although here's the thing about Larry David. The expectation, what if Larry David comes in and he's not.
But he is like that, though.
I know he is.
But he's not Larry David.
But he's not Larry David enough.
He disappoints you.
Is there an element of you'd be like,
I tell you what, I love Larry David. I would be disappointed.
I don't think he would disappoint you.
I don't think so. Everything Larry David does is based on Larry David.
Yeah, everything he does is hilarious. So I'm with you. I don't think he would disappoint me because I would just laugh at him like looking around the house. He would like look at a picture on the wall and I'd be like, that is really funny.
And you want to know what he's thinking.
Right. Larry's making my table.
Yes.
I know it may be risky. Larry's making my table.
Guaranteed.
But I think Vince Vaughn, every time I've heard Vince Vaughn in an interview or he did Hot Ones. Do you ever watch that show? The Hot Wings?
I know what it is. I've never watched it.
See, I like that show because you get I think you get.
They go personal.
That's personal. I think it's just you. Vince Vaughn, I just think he might be the coolest hang in Hollywood. He seems truly authentic and he seems a lot like it's a little like Larry David. I think when you see Vince Vaughn playing a character because he plays the same one every movie, I just think that's Vince Vaughn. And I think that's a great middle. That may be where I start is Vince Vaughn, Larry David. McConaughey is going to be at my table. One, because he is as cool as it gets, and I think he's just authentic, and you know he's gonna have a good time. So you gotta strike a nice balance.
What about Keanu?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Is he in there?
He's in mine.
See, I think he would be really cool and down to earth.
And he seems like it too. Seems like a genuine, like solid dude that has a lot of interesting things. Because I think you got to have some interest outside of just being Keanu Reeves.
Well, that's the question is, you have these celebrities that seem like they're down to earth and would be cool guys, but do you also want to sprinkle in a couple crazies?
That's where Johnny Depp comes in. Wild card, bitches!
See, I think that's just way too far to the scale.
Jim Carrey?
I'm ready to go.
There's a wild card.
Weird as ass.
Right.
He'd turn your party upside down.
Because I would want to go sprinkle a little wild in there, but I don't want to go over the top.
Dude, I don't know, man. Jim Carrey, he went cuckoo for
What about Adam Sandler?
Well, and
Jim
Carrey's new face too.
Yeah, it's strange. Sandler's a good one. Again, seems like just a kick-ass guy.
He'd wear basketball shorts.
Yeah.
As he rolls in.
Yeah.
Now I've got a controversial one because somebody texted in Will Ferrell.
I feel like he would be a little
overbearing. Like there's too much.
He can't turn it off.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like Will Ferrell might be a little too much for a dinner party.
I could see that. Because he's, if you're doing a dinner party, there's a chance he comes doing bits.
Right.
Like he dresses up as Harry Carey.
Well, I watched, did you ever see Harper and Will?
Harper and Will?
So they did a documentary.
I did see that.
About his friend that went transgender.
Yeah. And he was very cool in it.
It was
very chill.
I cried. It's very emotional, and it's a topic that I didn't fully understand. But Will Ferrell does a couple bits, dresses up and goes into bars with his friend and realizes it's too much. Like he does bits all the time, and I could see that. I could see Ferrell being too much.
But he was also very real in that show.
Yeah.
And so maybe there's a normal Will Ferrell that that would be pretty chill.
Yeah. That's kind of a risky one. But yeah, you could do, because Will Ferrell generally seems like the funniest guy in a room. And all the SNL people say that. Like, when you're around him, he will make you laugh no matter what. He's that.
I'm inviting Armie Hammer. Let's get wild. What?
Talk about weird awkwardness.
Eat some hots.
Ugh. What do you talk about there? Do you have to? Do you have to ask him? You're like, hey,
So are you really a cannibal?
What's the deal? What's the deal with all of this?
Deal. Larry David, Army Hammer, and Will. That being said,
Larry David.
Larry's asking.
Yeah, Galifianakis would be a good one. Doing.
He's great.
He would be great on there.
Yeah.
He seems like, again, just a guy that
What's he been doing?
I have no idea.
I've seen him for a long time.
No, it's been a long time since he's done anything. I don't. I'm trying to think of the last thing I ever saw him in. I don't know. I don't know what he does. Ooh, there's a good one too. Conan O'Brien. Absolutely.
Conan, yeah.
Conan's great. Because again, he could be a middle. He's a talk show.
Now, see,
talk show host.
Controversial.
He could distribute.
Controversial take here.
Yeah.
I think he would start doing a show.
And then, yeah.
And start interviewing people. Yeah, and you couldn't.
Yeah, because even his
I want that role.
He's got a podcast, and it's called Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend, and it is that. He might dominate the conversation.
He would take over.
Yeah.
I love that Zach Galifianakis one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I forgot about him. He's kind of out of sight, out of mind. Apparently, he has a new show on Netflix, docuseries called This Is a Gardening Show.
What? It's just Galifianakis gardening?
Yeah.
Dude,
because he left. Apparently, he left L.A.
Yeah.
And he lives somewhere else now, and it shows his.
That's like Ron Swanson. Didn't he do like a crafting, like a wood crafting show?
Yeah. Well, he's got his own Offerman wood shop.
Offerman, yeah.
Yeah, it's like somewhere in like Northern California, or whatever, and he has his own wood shop.
So now, Galifianakis is just gardening.
Yeah. So it says he follows. Okay, it's a 6-episode comedic docuseries following Galifianakis as he interviews agricultural experts and children to explore food production.
That's pretty good. Just the idea that he's just out there.
Yeah. He'll make it good.
He'll make it good. And you're not a car guy. Have you ever seen Top Gear? Do you know who Jeremy Clarkson is? He does a Clarkson farm show. You're not familiar with that at all?
Never heard of him.
He's an old British guy. So, like, if you know, you know. If anyone out there is listening, and he's just this old, fat British guy who is a national treasure. But yeah, if you haven't seen any of his stuff, you wouldn't. I thought that may be a bridge too far for either one of you. Ooh, Paul Rudd.
Great one.
That would be fun. Yeah.
Rock Jock.
That's good.
A great Jayhawk. Him and Rob Riggle.
Yeah, that's a fun crew.
Sudeikis.
Yeah, that's all that Midwest crew. They're all like friends. And someone said Woody Harrelson. I've already got McConaughey. I don't need Harrelson. You only get one.
I think Harrelson might be a little weird.
Yeah, I'm gonna take McConaughey. He's the more sane. I don't need Woody there.
Do we need any women here? Or?
Just like,
I feel like
we got a full sausage fest going on.
A little sexist.
It is a little sexist.
All right, we've got new study next.
Now.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, a day after the Blazers make a trade for Ja Morant, they make a couple more moves today. First, they signed backup big man Robert Williams. It's going to be a 3-year deal worth $44 million. Williams returns to be the backup to Donovan Clingan. And they also brought in another 7-footer, Brandon Carlson. He agrees on a 1-year, $2.5 million deal. Carlson played for OKC a season ago. LeBron James, he has informed the Lakers that the franchise can move on without him because he will not be playing there and he'll play somewhere else, not heading back to LA. The Clippers, they're sending Kawhi Leonard back to Toronto where Leonard won a title. In exchange, the Clippers will be getting Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick, 2 first-round picks, a pick swap, and 2 second-rounders. World Cup action today. Norway defeated Ivory Coast in the round of 32, 2-1. Erling Haaland, game-winning goal, and that one his 5th of the tournament. And then France shut out Sweden 3-0. Mbappe, 2 goals for him. NFLPA and Brendan Sorsby, they're not going to be pursuing any further litigation regarding his entry to the NFL. That means Sorsby will be focusing on the 2027 NFL Draft. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Yeah, we left out the ladies.
Yeah, it turned into a sausage fest real quick.
At our party. Now, I got one name that must be at my party.
Okay.
And I am feeling bad that I left her out because I love her. And my wife knows that I love her.
Okay.
Kristen Wiig.
Yes. She is wonderful.
She might even be seat A, maybe seat B, but it's Larry David and her and me might be all I need. That might be all I need.
You could have a great
threesome.
Dude, that would be so great.
Kristen Wiig, also in that Harper and Will movie. She's awesome in that too. I mean, is it bad to just say some of the SNL gals like Tina Fey and Amy Poehler?
Yeah, Molly Shannon,
phenomenal. I also think that like a cool female musician would be very, very interesting to me.
Joan Jett.
Well, and I'll go even a step.
Britney Spears.
I'll go a step further on this one. Have you ever listened to an interview with like Adele? She seems awesome, and she's filthy and dirty, and
she's dating Rich Paul though. You got to bring Rich Paul there.
No, I don't want Rich Paul at my party. I just think like having I love musicians and I like listening to them. Like Lady Gaga again, would be another one. And Jennifer Lawrence is delightful.
I love Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, she'd be great.
Anytime I've listened to an interview with Jennifer Lawrence, I come away being like, dude, that girl is
awesome.
Yeah, you wish you'd grab her and run with her. Well, like, you marry her.
Kidnap her?
Well, yeah, maybe a little kidnapping.
Okay, Phil Mickelson.
Little honkers.
Easy, Tiger.
Caitlin Olsen, It's Always Sunny.
She's great.
She's great.
What about your girl, Pink?
Yeah.
Pretty intense.
Dude, she's too yeah. That's not the vibe I'm looking for. She'd get a.
So you only want the crazy males. You don't want the crazy females.
Well, you can get a crazy female, but she seems like she's a lot. And I love Pink, all-time favorite. Now, Cameron Diaz, on the other hand, there you go. Cameron Diaz she's fun. That's a party.
What's she been up to? Did she like quit Hollywood or something?
Yeah, she married one of the singers from Good Charlotte and just like raised. Yeah, she just hangs out.
Charlotte.
That's random.
Benji, is it Madsen, something like that?
Madden.
Yeah. No, she's just and she's awesome. Like by all accounts, she's like kick it. Kate Hudson's another one that's like this. They've been in the spotlight since they were like 15. Nothing phases them. Just that's a good time. Pull cord, have a good time.
I think I'd do that if I were famous.
Just shut it down.
Yeah, I'd shut her down early and enjoy life.
Yeah. And I guess she's just happy as can be. She just, found a guy that she loved, and I don't know if they have kids or not. But yeah, she just.
They live in Montecito, California.
Yeah.
Montecito.
And I bet you it's a kick-ass place, probably on some acreage or whatever, and he rides dirt bikes and plays crappy music, and she just,
They have 3 kids.
Oh.
They have 3 kids. So they
Apparently, she's back in Hollywood.
Is she?
Yeah. She's actively back in the entertainment industry after a decade-long hiatus, and she's been spotted filming in New York City.
Oh, there you go. So raised some kids and.
Yep.
53 years old.
She's an all-timer for me.
Makes me feel old.
Now wait, who are your women at your party? Stevie Fire.
I don't know.
He's having a full sausage fest.
Yeah, we're going sausage fest. We're talking sports.
I don't think he's allowed to talk about it.
Women wreck good times at the Vaughn household.
No, I mentioned Jennifer Lawrence. I think Jennifer Lawrence would be at the top of my list.
Yeah.
If I'm talking females like that. If we're going hots, we'll just go throw Sydney Sweeney out there just for funsies.
Yeah. Those fun bags at the table.
Yeah.
See, that would be terrible.
Yeah. We wouldn't. Yeah, it would be terrible. Who would want that?
There's nothing there. All that's
there's
there.
a lot there.
Well,
there's a lot there.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's
Drives
the
her
only
Jeep up to my house.
That's the only thing that's there.
With her do-rag.
She's not at all interesting.
Right after changing her oil.
It would be Jennifer Lawrence 1 for sure.
Yeah, she seems fantastic. Talk to her about the leaks. Remember the fapping?
That was wild times.
Yeah. You bringing Aaron Andrews in there to, because if she's not there,
Kate Upton was huge in that part of the fapping.
Whatever happened to her? Is she still with
Verlander, man.
They're still together?
Yeah.
Gotta be.
Are they married?
Yeah. Yeah, they're married.
Man, she's kind of gone away too.
Yeah. Well, I think at some point, like if you don't really love being a celebrity and you have enough money,
right?
Yeah. Why would you?
Well,
but that's the reason why you invite them to the dinner party, because they're actually real people.
Yeah. Because it is one of those things you love when celebrities bitch about being celebrities. It's like, dude, you're worth $150 million. Just stop being famous. Just go away. It's not that hard. Rick Moranis, right? He retired and raised his kids, and there's a bunch of people that have done it. Like Bruce Willis, like he's semi-retired. Now he can. He's got dementia, but like maybe he bought like that town in Idaho and just kind of went away. Ashton Kutcher did some of that. I mean, they still do a little work, but they move away. They move to the Midwest or they move to Montana or something, and like, nah, dude, I'm good. I'm just going to be out here kind of doing that. Like, you don't have to be in Los Angeles in the rat race after you make a certain bag.
Kutcher? Ashton Kutcher?
Yeah, is it Mila Kunis? Is she cool?
He still with?
Yeah,
Mila.
They're together?
They're still
I
there.
love Mila Kunis.
Yeah. And again, seem like fairly, as much as you can be normal in that world, I don't know, they seem quasi-normal.
Yeah, he's an old Iowa boy.
Yeah.
Midwest boy.
Yeah. I think there's something about that too. Like, I don't know, just like, what do you call it? The Midwestern values or whatever. There's probably something to that you're a little more grounded than someone that grew up in that.
There was a guy at this member guest that I went out to in Kansas City
Yeah.
last week, 2 weeks ago, who was from L.A., and he belongs to the country club where all the rich and famous play golf.
In the Midwest?
No, in L.A.
Oh, in L.A.
Yeah, the Hollywood guys. He said
Riverside or whatever, whatever one that is.
Yeah, I forget the name of it. It's one of the main ones.
Sure.
But it's the one that nobody talks about because it's absolutely on lockdown.
Yeah.
Because, like the Timberlake will be there. It's like, it's a who's who. Andy Garcia, it's a who's who of celebs. And, dude, he says they get freaking wild. And nothing ever gets out. And he didn't say too much, but he said nothing ever gets out because it's all understood that pretty much all the celebrities are there, and they're there because they know that once they're in there, they're just another person.
Yeah. I need to see Dong.
And so they will. It's like
anything
security
goes.
Everywhere. You can't get in there. And he said, "Who's the guy? Who's my guy? Jason Bateman.
Yeah,
was in there. Had to leave because it was so bad.
It was getting that.
Well, Bateman's had he had some issues.
Yeah.
And that
can't be
he said that was the end of his issues was the stuff that went down at that club.
They're devout alcoholics.
Yeah. So
interesting. Yeah, because well, that's what they said about the old. I was reading Christina Applegate's autobiography. By the way, my God, you want to talk about a rough life? Like it kind of her whole thing is like, hey, you want to be famous at 15? This is what it's like, and you don't want to be famous at 15. But she talked about the Viper Room was like that. That's where like River Phoenix died. But she said, I guess that was Johnny Depp's club, and I guess they didn't allow any cameras in. Like it was
Johnny Depp owned that.
Yeah, he owned the Viper Room, and tell people
all making sense.
Yeah, it's all making sense. But she said like. Back in the 90s and early 2000s, that was like that. All the celebrities could go to the Viper Room and know that whatever happened stayed there, and it would just go off the rails. So I guess if you get celebrities in a place where they're safe and that like crap can't get out, it turns into full eyed wide shut. Sounds like the same thing with the country club. Hey, you're safe here, nothing bad can happen, and go.
Yeah, it's called Lakeside.
Wouldn't that be fun just to get a glimpse, fly on the wall?
And it says, yeah, it's popular with actors and comedians. Mark Wahlberg, Jack Nicholson, Tom Holland. And he was naming all kinds of. It's like they're all there.
They're all there.
And they play cards. And
it just gets a little.
Yeah, wouldn't that be wild?
That would be wild.
Have a seat at that table.
Yeah.
Where it's just all celebrities.
Yeah.
And you get their real personalities because they know no one's.
Yeah. Like I said, you get a chance. That's what she was saying about the Viper Room is you got to actually be authentically you. You didn't have to put up any pretense. It was like, this is what it is. And I'm guessing that, like, you're playing cards with Spider-Man, Mark Wahlberg, Jack's old ass is in there back in the day. You're like, what the hell? You're like, jeez. And talk about like a surreal thing, like when you become a celebrity and someone brings you to that. That was like those old poker parties like Leo and those guys. You say, hey, you playing cards tonight? Yeah, you want to come? It's me and some buddies. You show up, there's like 9 Oscar winners there. You're like, what the hell? Whoops.
All right, well, we've blown through another seggy.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do it live.
I had a study for you, but I think I'm going to bag it.
We'll study tomorrow.
I don't know.
Hey, good thing you got another one tomorrow. And, well, it's High Kick Wednesday tomorrow, so.
Yeah, it is. We'll high kick the S out of
hell yeah.
tomorrow's club.
Can't wait.
We'll wrap it up with, you ever wonder which friends you're most compatible with for travel?
Oh, yeah, this is a big thing. Travel friends are worth their weight in gold.
Yeah, so we'll get to that. To wrap it up, next. We sure do. We are anxiously awaiting Mexico, Ecuador.
I thought that was supposed to be at 6. What are we doing?
There was a delay. I want to say thunder and lightning and something like
Thanks
that.
a lot, Obama.
Weather.
God, one guy in West Lynn gets hit with lightning, and now we
No
can't
kidding.
get our soccer on time. Although it's nice because we get to get home and get to the whole game.
Gonna have to live bet that one.
Viva la Mexico, right? I mean,
What?
Viva la Mexico? No one was rooting for Ecuador, right?
Well, if I bet on him, I'll root for him.
What the hell's Ecuador got going on?
I don't know.
You don't even know where Ecuador is.
I actually don't.
No one does.
Is that
So
on
it's
the...
like right on the equator, isn't it? In South America?
Sure.
I feel like that's how I
In the
remember.
middle of South America. That's where I'm going to go with it.
Yeah, like it's on the equator.
It's by like Paraguay.
It is on the equator.
Yes.
The equator runs through it, but no, it is actually on the coast.
Is it?
It is right below. It is sandwiched. Well, you were in Peru for God's sakes.
I was in Purdue.
You went to Purdue.
Boilers.
Yeah, Colombia.
Ecuador, south of...
It's smushed in between Colombia and Peru. It just sits in the little corner, right on the equator.
Oh, up there.
Yeah, but it's on the coast.
Look at that.
See, you learn something new every day. Now that I'm looking at South America, I'm not going to lie. Had you given me a map of South America, I would have gotten Brazil, and I would have gotten Colombia and Venezuela.
Well, you get
Chile.
Chile.
On the
Chile,
side there.
yeah, and Argentina. But that's it. Like, you're not
Yeah.
getting Uruguay. You're not
You'll
getting
get
Paraguay.
Wait.
You're not getting Bolivia.
South Africa.
South Africa. Sorry.
No. Yeah, you're.
So what's at the southernmost tip of South America?
Well, Argentina
Is
and
that
Peru.
Argentina?
Argentina is the bigger one, and Chile is the one right on the. Chile is the smaller one. It's like Argentina, like it's a sliver. They decided.
It's like cut a little sliver out
Yeah,
there.
Argentina gave them a sliver. They were like,
It's a giant cake. We just want a sliver of the cake there.
Yeah.
So there's 12 countries in South America. Could you fill out the map?
No,
No.
Me
absolutely not.
Could you do it? Could you do all 50 states
Yeah, I could do all 50
Yeah.
states.
in the correct orders?
And I would think you should too. In the correct order? What do
like
you
the
mean?
correct where they are on the map.
Yes. If
Yeah.
you gave me a map,
I'd be confused on the northeast ones. Not
Would
gonna
you?
lie. I could probably figure it out, but I would have to think about it.
No, I should be able to. I think every American should be able to do that.
United States, I feel like 50 out of 50, and maybe
I mean, what's going to trip you up? Like maybe Vermont, New Hampshire. Which
Yes,
one's
Delaware.
Delaware would trip you up?
I don't know.
are
Just
you
those
confusing?
northeast
Are you
ones.
confusing Delaware with Rhode Island? I mean,
No, Rhode Island's the smallest. I know.
yeah.
that.
Yeah, I don't think it would. I think you would.
I think I would get a 50 out of 50.
Yeah,
I'm just
you
saying.
should.
I would have to look at it and be like, really think about it.
Yeah, I just don't know what would trip me up. I mean, because like there's some states like like Minnesota, Minnesota and Iowa,
Right.
like the
Right.
shape of them.
Right.
You're right. If you're gonna
It's
get
only the northeast.
if
for
you're
me.
gonna get in trouble at all, maybe it's that. Maybe
Or you have a brain fart, you go too fast, and you
Sure.
put Montana instead of Wyoming.
something like that.
Right.
You know,
Washington instead of Oregon.
a lot of people would. You mean Oregon?
Right. Oregon. John Morant.
The Oregonians. South America would be iffy. Africa would be brutal.
Yeah,
Brutal.
ooh.
Europe.
I'd do okay.
I stink at those.
I'm gonna sweep Scandinavia.
Right.
Clean sweep.
Clean sweep.
Let's go.
And I'm gonna get the UK. God, the problem is when you get into the old Russian territories, the Belaruses and
Like you'd get Italy.
yeah,
Yeah, but east of Italy, it gets wild.
yeah, it gets wild. You get into the stands. No,
Uzbekistan.
I'm doing fine.
Right now, sports gun.
Pakistan.
It's at your temple.
Yeah,
Find Uzbekistan on a map,
I'm dead.
or I'm pulling the trigger.
I'm dead.
Done. Done for.
I don't.
Well, the gun was
It's just you tomorrow.
I mean, is that left or right of?
I'm gonna go look and see where it is.
I don't know. I can do the Middle East, although you're gonna get into like is Yemen and Oman are down there. I don't know which one's which, but I can give you like Saudi
Should I
Arabia.
go right? Should I go left? Damn it! How do I get in that little girl's toilet?
I can give you like Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq, and then after that, the Middle East is hooped, and then beyond that, you're into the stands. I have no effing idea, no clue. Pakistan, Afghanistan,
Well, you have
I don't know.
Turkmenistan now.
Good luck.
You have Kyrgyzstan.
No,
Sure.
So many stands.
I know.
Where do all the stands come from? What's happening over there?
A lot of
Stan taking over.
Stan.
Stan Humphries.
I got no choice. Or I got no chance. None. You get into that, again, give me outside of like Poland, because you got like Poland and like Romania and Greece, I think are right around there. Anything east of that. What's east of Poland? You got the map in front of you?
Russia.
It goes from Poland. It's not
Poland, Belarus, Ukraine are right next to it.
Done. No, I'm finished. Yeah, that's it. I can give you Poland because I know Germany and then Poland, and outside of that, it doesn't matter. It's all just effed. And in Africa, no.
You know there's 7 stands?
That's too many stands. And I'm expected to, you said Uzbekistan?
So there's Afghanistan, Kazakhstan. Ooh, hold on. Kyrgyzstan.
Sure.
Pakistan. Tajikistan. Turkmenistan and Uzbekistan.
What's your favorite stand?
I like Pakistan.
I just kind of like Turkmenistan. Kind of sounds fun. I have no idea what's going on there. It's probably terrible, but I'll tell you right now, if I never get to the stands, not a single stand, I'm okay. I'm all right.
Yeah, well, let's say you have to take a vacation to one of them.
Oh, man. Well, it's not Pakistan. Sure as hell isn't Afghanistan. What's the one furthest?
Tajikistan?
What's the one furthest west?
Hold on.
What's the westernmost stand?
Westernmost?
I'm taking the westernmost stand.
Yeah, that's a good call. I think that would be I don't know. It's actually Kazakhstan because it's the biggest.
Okay. Well, then maybe that.
So you can go. Yeah. You could go take a trip to Ukraine, and then head over through Russia to Kazakhstan.
No. And like I said, we haven't even gotten to the worst one.
No.
How many countries are there in Africa? Because I'll bet you I could get like 3.
Oh dear.
I got nothing.
I'm looking at the map right now. I could get South Africa, and that's all that I'm comfortable with.
Yeah, I'll give you South Africa.
I can find Congo.
And I know Madagascar is the island. Outside of that, Sri Lanka, that's another one.
Nigeria?
54.
I don't know where Nigeria is. I don't know what that looks like.
There are 54 African countries.
Are you kidding me?
No. I'm not.
I couldn't name 30 countries, and I sure as hell couldn't find 10 on a map.
Chad?
Yeah. I have no idea.
Well, you could get Egypt.
Yeah, you get Egypt.
And you could get
No.
Ethiopia.
No.
You don't?
I don't know where Ethiopia is.
Sudan?
I know Ethiopian and Sudan and Somalia. I know those are on the east side. I don't know the difference. You tell me on a map. You could pick out the difference between Ethiopia. What else is over there? Kenya's over there.
I'm not going to lie.
I am picking that out.
Looking at the map, I think I would have put Egypt for where Sudan is.
That's what I'm saying. For me, South Africa is literally the only one, and if I thought about it, Madagascar.
No, because Egypt is furthest, and it's connected to the Middle East.
What about Somalia? It's right on the coast there.
No idea.
The pirates?
Again, I know it's on the coast because of the pirates, but what part of the coast?
Morocco?
Couldn't tell you. Now, Morocco's on the west side.
Yes. We looked that up. We looked that up last night because me and Coach Vaughn are like, where is Morocco?
No.
I was like,
where is it? I don't see it on here.
Top left.
Oh, yeah.
Northeast.
So it's south of Spain.
Right.
So if you're traveling to Africa, you're going to Morocco, right?
I would think so,
1,000,000%,
right?
yeah.
I've heard
or South Africa.
I've heard Kenya's kind of fun.
Or Cape Verde.
Yeah, where's Cape Verde at?
So
it's just an island
off the west coast.
Far west.
Yeah.
There you go. Just stick to the Verde.
Apparently it's kick-ass.
Stick to the Verde. We're going to the Verde.
Stick to the Verde and stay out of the stands. Someone said stand means land. Is that true?
Oh, I don't know.
It makes sense why there would be all those stands. There's just certain places in the world I don't need to go to, and that region of the world is one of it.
Stand is a suffix for land.
No, look, no idea. Just find me a reason. Of all the places to go in the world, what on earth would persuade me to choose the stands? And honestly,
would you rather go to one of the stands or Angola?
Oh. Is it? I don't know. I assume my ignorance.
You have to choose now.
What's going on in Angola?
The plane is leaving.
Is there a war?
Probably.
I don't. Oh God. Because I know there's a lot of those civil wars going on in Africa. I think I'm taking Angola.
Are you?
Yeah.
Or over a stand?
The culture of Africa, at least, is, that's the cradle of life. That's where we all came from. I think I'd roll the dice with that. I'm probably walking into a civil war, but
Says it's generally safe.
Oh, there you go.
Uzbekistan and Turkmenistan are considered the safest of the stands.
Okay.
Still not going. No, I'm taking Angola. I think I would take most African countries over the stands, and I know that
Uzbekistan only has a level 1 rating. Exercise normal precautions from the U.S. State Department.
Yeah, it's downright. It's downright lovely there.
I'm still not going.
Play golf.
There's just so many cool places to go in the world that I haven't seen that, it's like I'm not going to Burma either.
Would you like the safest countries in Africa?
Yeah, what are the safest countries? I'm assuming Kenya, right?
No.
Number 1? Morocco?
Rwanda.
What?
They have a hotel there.
I've seen that movie. It didn't seem very safe.
Namibia. Namibia. Botswana. And Mauritius. Mauritius?
I think
Never even heard
I
of
think you're making that up.
No, that's what it says.
My buddy went to South Africa, and he talks about how awesome it was. It was like one of it, because he went on a worldwide excursion. They went to like 42 countries, and he just couldn't stop raving about South Africa. And I was like, really? And he goes, we did have an armored guy.